Hey, well guys, some broccoli soup. Yo, you see Morty playing with Hell yeah! No cheddar in that what should be a cheddar broccoli soup. I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for the head pep on. Thank you. Just played a bunch of Valorant today. That takes up a lot of your fucking time. Oh my lord. So we are going to no cheddar. What the fuck? Alright. Alright, so we are going to get back to our for the cheddar. Alright, so we're gonna get back to our for the letter, wow. Sorry, I saw for the cheddar and then I said for the letter. Everybody see was great because cheesy. Exactly. You know what's one thing that I actually don't like as much though? Cheddar or like cheese soup is literally just wet mac and cheese, like more wet mac and cheese, you know, where the cheese is just soupier. And it's just like, that's literally just mac and cheese. It's called mac and cheese. Whatever. Anyway, so we are going to get back to the leather. Oh my god. It's just anything but the letter today. Okay, but I think last time we left off on Marianne. We found out some things about her. She had a childhood friend, and unfortunately, the friend passed away, and she blames herself. So we're gonna see what happens. I think she's dreaming right now. Is where we left off. I forgot to turn on the volume. There you go. That was almost close. In my restless dreams, I see that mirror, the one in the study. Howdy, Zagger. How you doing? Guys, in my hook, if I had the mirror, the no intonation, right? And in it, I see her. I see them. Whoa? Lorraine and Hannah. Oh, okay, that one's Hannah. Wait, do they have just one boobage going on? Like, one set of boobies, sorry.
Oh, pathetic Marianne. Work.
I didn't even touch anything this time, what?
She'll work herself to death. See, she doesn't listen. That's all she did. Look at what happened to me.
Pack among the cells of cool smiles and venomous tongues. They each own one. Good for them, the legendary Uniboob. I've only hoarded. Oh my god, dude! What is my talking today? Or rather, to themselves, two heads, one. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, that was what's going on. Two heads, one body. A horrible mockery of these women, as if they're the one, as if they are the one and the same. Shouldn't it just be one and the same? As if they are one and the same without the thought? Oh, whatever.
What's the pity? Life goes on and goes out, and she doesn't even see it.
Evening, hi, Dad. How you doing tonight?
Do you think she'll even realize when she's kicked the bucket herself?
When they say a person has a hard time telling when they're in a dream, it was true often enough. Even with the bizarre sight, with the obvious implication that this isn't real, I can't help but feel distressed.
Likely. Is that any way to live at all? She might as well be dead. Cruel fate that she is alive and I'm... well...
Though they speak into each other's ears, tones low and harsh, I can still hear them as clear as day. Their whispers pervade the air, heavy and oppressive. They bury and dig into my head like tiny maggots, worming their way into my skull. It's only then that they take notice of my presence. Eyes turn towards me and I can only feel small under their scrutiny. What the hell did I come into? Marianne's having a very bad dream right now. Caricature smiles etch on their faces, mimicking each other grotesquely.
Oh, Marianne! How long have you been standing there, dearie? Come join us, Marianne. We won't bite. Unless you ask, that is. Have you been looking at us? Spying? How scandalous. Such a naughty gal. I'm sure you were just waiting for something lewd to happen, weren't you? You know she will not admit it. She thinks it wrong. You've said it so yourself. Yes. She thought me wrong, impure, abnormal, because I loved her.
Damn. My breath hitches, and I open my mouth to protest, but they stop me screeching. The mirror that holds them cracks, lines spidering across its surface.
Do not lie! We know the gluttonous thoughts you try to deny, girl. All those desires you bury beneath that sickening guilt.
The scrutineers may rips evil shell because you didn't do my best, right?
You act the martyr when you turn the bed you lie in into your own hedonistic hell. You are nothing but a tainted soul with filth-stained flesh held together by falsehood and pride.
They look livid. And when it looks like they would lunge. I wake, feeling like the wind had been knocked out of me. With a krillin, I squint to find a certain fluffball sitting on my chest, looking as pleased as Punch. Ah, I forgot she had the pussy. They're talking about the game. Chair of the boy. How you doing, Steve? Right, though? God, I hope they're talking about me. Fuck. I'm in my wolf now. Hey, Gina, cat! This is Ruthio. Good cat, right? She's the overlady of the cats, queen of despair and destruction of nice furniture. Listen, thanks, I'm so glad you're here because I checked out Steve. Make sure you check him out. Get lots of loving. It's awesome, wonderful. He's a piece of beautiful cover. Nice pussy. Thank you. I grew it myself. Fuck. I grew it myself. You hate me to challenge your daughter for you. Oh my goodness, just for me. Thank you. You're too kind. Though I can't say mad at her Majesty because it feels like she did something good this time. I was having a nightmare, but I can't remember what it was about. Trying to recall leaving a terrible pit in my stomach. Leaves a terrible cereal, but sorry. Maybe it's probably better that I don't remember.
Good morning, Baruthio. Who's the good kitty?
I'm a good kitty. I'm a good kitty.
Are you hungry? Is that why you woke me up?
Feed my pussy. A content purr comes from my sweet dear before she jumps out the bed and trots towards the kitchen. Watching a movie, a prayer, you're being a crystal black prayer. Oh, nice! I'm so glad you're having a good time. Tell your mom I said hi. I forgot. I think I've seen the first two Pirates of the Caribbeans. I wasn't super. Is the Black Pearl the second one? I wasn't super fond of the second one because I feel like, you know, they made so much. At least in my opinion, I feel like they got a bit through with like character development in the first one, and then the second one just kind of seemed like they backtracked on it, and like it almost felt like they forgot completely the events of the first movie. I'm just like, what is it? Like, I don't know what they did to what's her name, Elizabeth, with their characters. So I just couldn't do it. On the other hand, it takes me a bit more before I roll out of bed and start my day. Mornings before work is always a quiet affair. Shower first, then a mug of coffee and a bowl of oh, I go for some coffee. Sometimes I do stretches and I always check my work email. The rights will be moving into the mansion today. I don't think the paperwork is officially done yet, but it isn't too far-fetched to think they were allowed to start their move despite that. Rich people like them will always find ways to get what they want after all.
I'll be leaving you again today, Beth. So you behave and make sure not to shred up my new covers, okay? And don't worry, I didn't forget tomorrow is Black Cat Day, so I'll throw you a party.
Wait, is Black Cat Day an actual thing?
But only if you behave like a proper lady.
You want to talk, Marianne? I'm not pressing anything. What is actually causing this cat party? She barely gives me a glance as I say that before going back to her own food. Cats. Still better than humans most of the time. Chill. Too bad I have to work with humans. Place is already busy as soon as I get here. The foreman, one that I recommended to the Rice for his work ethic, is early as usual. Already he's instructing men here and there with the bigger loads. No chance to talk to him as Miss Frey appears and greets me with a smile.
Mrs. Wright, I hope everything has been to your liking thus far.
That's what Terry says actually about. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so sorry to hear that, Wolf. I hope you're doing okay. But if you need to talk to someone, there's plenty of people in the Discord that are willing to open their DMs. Say, I hope everything has been to your liking thus far. Sorry.
Good morning, Marianne. It has been delightful, and these men have been very helpful.
Richard already said that.
Look at all this. It's so busy here. I'm getting tired just looking at them go.
No complications so far with the movers or the previous owners of the mansion, I hope?
If anything, the only one being problematic is Luke, if I'm to be honest. He can be such a diva, but I do like that about him.
She stops looking up at the upper landing where Mr. Wright comes through with two other movers and the mirror from the study.
Oh, do be careful with that mirror. We wouldn't want anyone getting hurt because of broken glass. Why are you even having it carried around?
Because now you're busy with my life. No worries, Zach. I hope everything is going well with your pussy. I have questions. Ask away as long as society is appropriate.
Oh? You did say you didn't want the mirror, and I keep getting distracted by it.
Anyway, Luke is when he's not on screen, right?
If I'm going to turn the study into my office, I'd rather not have it there. Where can we put this?
Well, you are not putting it in our room. Why don't you go, I don't know, put it in the wine cellar for now? We can figure out to store it in the attic or somewhere else later, yes?
You heard her, boys. To the cellar it goes. Mush!
Oh, gee. Oh, God, don't do that, dude. The moon is beating down the mirror once about time, no matter how much the man tells him to hurry. An unsettling feeling goes in my stomach as I see a reflection in the bloody thing. And I look away, not wishing to risk anything. Yeah, trying to look away too. I see Lorraine's image in the mirror now. I wouldn't know what to do, what I do. I don't have the luxury of privacy right now. I'm not going to break down in front of all these people. You like the light school, Padre? Yes, he's your favorite character. I've only seen a few episodes of it. Idol shows are not too much of my thing. I like some of the songs though. But I feel like it's just a little hard for me to watch through. Usually the stories don't really get me too well. Oh, that's alright. Okay, we're good. Miss Rayleigh shakes her head and laughs at her husband's antics as they take the mirror out of here. He's back at it again, soon enough, pointing the men here and there. I say he's the man with the plan, but it sort of interferes with the layout and design that we agreed upon before. I'm about to point it out, but...
It's better you let him realize his mistakes on his own, rather than tell him of them. That way you do not get blamed for his actions. It is more fun, too, to tell him, how does they say it? I told you so, once he slips up.
Got it, I love him so much.
Been working with him long enough to know that, huh?
I don't think I plan to make too much of a fuss, unless what he changes is actually crucial.
It happens often enough, when one is made to accompany him nearly all hours of the day.
Up, higher. Come on now.
Still, he can at least be less pushy about things.
Careful now. I know your pictures are framed by cheap plastic, but those are framed by African blackwood and are one-of-a-kind commissioned paintings.
Oh, my heart dropped a little bit when he said that. Dude, what is going on? I'm not touching anything. Oh, Patrick Kitties, Katori, Minami, nice. Your hands is so great, dude, right?
Each one is easily worth a lifetime of what you lot make.
Damn. It's surprising how hands-on he is compared to my usual clientele. Well, both of them are, actually. It's refreshing to have them... Oh my god. It's refreshing to have them participate despite their initial reluctance.
Luke, do the dishwashers go into the kitchen or the butler's pantry?
I feel nervous. I think he's such a hip. I think he's being cute. Yes, isn't that the word Luke is gonna say too?
Country buttercup. Careful, that's Emma Hut. No, you there, put that down. You do not manhandle a Napoleon Abueva.
Really needs to tone down the dramatics a notch. Mrs. Wright and the butler look like they're used to it by now. But the rest of us? Well...
Sweetie, why don't we go and sort your suits upstairs? Let your Hans and Marianne and the foreman deal with the rest of the work.
We have this, Mrs. Wright.
Yes, please do go before a blood vessel bursts. Bloodstains are so troublesome to clean.
Wait, we've been over this part before. Thank you so much for the tail sex. In an obvious sense of relief as Mr. Wright is dragged out of the room, leaving the movers to do their work in peace. Some grumbling even comes from some of the younger workers. It's a good thing the family butler isn't some blindly loyal tool to his boss, or there will be trouble with Mr. Wright.
He is such a bratwurst.
Ooh.
Whiny baby who never got enough hugs from his mutter.
Oh shit!
Probably lost in translation, and not that I'm condoning talking about someone else behind their back, but I think you meant to call Mr. Wright a horrible brat.
Well, he is that too. There are a lot of things I can call him, but I mean to say that he is a big weenie.
He is indeed a big weenie. Am I seriously again from a different perspective, right? Oh, the chains are very aggressive tonight. Fuck your shit, right motor! Are the chains done? No, he's right, he's a weenie!
A childish name for a childish person. Like a child, he whines when he doesn't get what he wants, and he breaks the toys that he has.
That gets a laugh from me, as well as a few of the movers who linger near. He and I carry boxes, instructing the movers where they should be, and generally talking over Mr. Wright's work. It goes off without a hitch, and the man is helpful, efficient, and capable of physical labor, despite his clean-cut appearance. A gentleman to boot, taking boxes from me when he sees me struggling with them. Speaking of boxes...
Hey, one of the boxes for the kitchen is missing. Has anyone seen it? The one with the pots and the knives.
The bratwurst had it brought upstairs, thinking it was for the
Oh,
attic.
no, I don't know.
Why would he... Oh, never mind. I'll go get it.
Oh, forgive me. Oh my god, not the knives in the attic. Oh, Lord, right? Why would bring a box of pots and knives to the attic? That man's ridiculous. There's probably no point in making sense of what he does if he does them just because he can. What the heck, Lou? With that right? With a box full of knives? What a bratwurst, right? At least it turns out that I don't have to make it all the way up to the attic. The mover probably on Mr. Wright's orders left the box on the stairs.
At least
Oh,
it's
thank
not
God.
that heavy.
Managed to hoist it up without too much effort, but the time it takes for me to do that is long enough for me to overhear an odd conversation I could never in my life imagine coming from a couple in the Wrights. Like the Wrights.
Mom, if you're not careful, I might go a bit loopy and I'll start bringing cats home. And soon enough, one day you'll find yourself going home to a farm just filled with felines that follow you everywhere.
Oh, don't bluff. The things would shred up your precious furniture. Besides, you don't even like cats.
True. Dogs are infinitely superior, of course.
But what about the wet dog smell? The mess. I'm not cleaning up after a mutt, no matter how cute. If you think about it, a cat would be better.
Friends, I have to agree with Whiskey on this one. Though I could live with Mrs. Wright being a dog person. Actually, why does he act as if he would be doing anything? They literally have a butler, they can hire people, and bitch doesn't even do anything anyways! This would ruinize it, right? As amusing as this conversation might get, I really shouldn't be caught eavesdropping or slacking off on the job. At most, I should be looking at ways of possibly soundproofing certain rooms, perhaps speeding it up if they don't realize the lack of it. Oh, I'm gonna listen on. Let's see. Oh no, Hannah didn't like that, but Luke didn't like that either. Fuck. Oh, I do like Luke's being down, but I don't want Hannah to dislike me. One sec. Do they both like me more if I move on? Fuck. Fuck. Oh, how do we choose, right? Oh. I feel like I'll probably have more opportunity to make Hannah like me than Luke dislike me, so let's... I'm gonna listen on. We're gonna make Luke hate us, cause fuck. I don't usually care for the private affairs of my clients, as I consider if I should lurk a little longer and miss what else is said. All I know is that the topic has somehow moved on from pets to children.
I wasn't being serious.
It's not something you take the piss out of.
Sure, Hannah can come around eventually, sure, right? We also have a lot of love with Hannah still. Luke unfortunately has some love, and like we can't have it happen. I'm in massive dislike for us, exactly. It's a bad ending to the game like this. I'll make everyone hate me. Hell yeah.
Having a kid is a big responsibility, Hannah. We've talked about this, haven't we? I'm not ready to be a parent. I'd probably end up killing the little brat by the week's end.
Guessing and fast. Why can't I just keep it to myself and mind my own business like I usually do? Of all the times to be curious, Lorraine, bless her soul, once told me that there are 3 things I shouldn't do unless I want to be on the shit list of the social elites. First, don't mess with their livelihood. Whatever business they have that made them and keeps them rich is something they need to protect. Whether it's some multi-million company or some sort of state secret, they keep that close to their chest. Businesses that challenge legal matters and moral issues aside, unless they profited from criminal conduct, it's best to steer away and avoid being their competition. Second, don't mess with their affairs, especially the married sort. It's messy business, just to even gossip about it. And worse, to actually be the other woman, I'm towing the line with this rule as it is because of whiskey. And the third thing?
Of all the times to be as sharp as a beach ball and as slow as a sloth, Marianne.
Oh, the third thing rings true for just about anyone, really. Don't mess with their family. Of course, she used the word mess quite loosely, and I think what I'm doing now falls under the multiple definitions it could take. Listening to this, something so undoubtedly private is a great way to get in trouble. Part of me likes that Luke hates this, but I also want to do right by Lorraine, you know? Thank you so much for keeping me hydrated. Thank you. Fine. Actually, I'm right. Okay, I'll just save. Let's go see how doing this one do. Thank you so much for the Dad. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Now, how bizarre the conversation might get, I really must go. Not to mention, just staying here when I had no more reason to worry just feels wrong. Besides, the magic word here is privacy, and I respect that. Keep it in mind, and I won't have a guilty conscience filled to the brim with the secrets of the rich and famous in my hand. Well, that's very fair. I think I'll go with this suit. I feel like she feels like a fair person here. She deserves to feel good. But I really don't like the don't like me. Don't fucking like. There's no way we like him as much as Ashton. Bullshit. I take the stairs 2 steps at a time if I wasn't in danger of getting stabbed by my baggage and nobody else was in the foyer. But as Johannes takes the box from me, I like give him a small smile. There's no reason to gossip about the peculiar conversation of his employers. He's probably heard much odder things from them, and he doesn't seem to be a cat or a dog person either. As soon as I follow him into the kitchen, he raises a hand to stop me.
Nine, I know you are very skilled in architect, and I have seen your work. But this shall be my kitchen, and I shall fix it according to my wishes. Yeah?
You tell her.
Kind of weird anyone would think that pots and knives are supposed to go anywhere but the kitchen, huh?
I assume he's gotten them confused. It wouldn't be the first time.
Confused? How does that even work? I understand covers, carpets, or even curtains getting mixed up. Hey, I'd even understand pots being mixed up with silver decor. But knives?
Oh, he has a collection of ornamental ones from his father. It takes them everywhere he goes, wherever he moves.
I guess that makes sense. A bit. Still odd.
He immediately shrugs before going back to work. The movies were don't leave me alone in the kitchen. The movies work efficiently even when they're left alone. God damn it. And they do quick work of their responsibilities. The head foreman comes, standing in the doorway, to consult me on this or that, and I had to go help out every now and then. But they pretty much have everything up to standards. They skip lunch entirely, not even realizing when they do so. Nevertheless, all as well as the butler gets to heating up the leftover bubble and squeak from breakfast. What does that mean? And makes a generous batch of fish and chips for them. Most likely simple in comparison to what he serves to the rice, but well done nonetheless. Thank you so much for the hug, Westside. Thank you.
Want to wrap up some for me to go?
How are you doing there, Westside? Thank you for the hug. It's an idle observation more than anything. My thoughts, as they are, preoccupy me.
If there are any left. One can't go wrong with fish and chips. Everyone loves them. Even my husband. And he's American.
Ew. What? Don't you have standards, Johans? I really do hate getting so up close and personal with my clients. It's a distraction. It's obvious to me that I've gotten my priorities all wrong when I can't help but think about what I heard, what I learned about the right couple. These things have a way of creeping up on a person. Thoughts, ideas, whether they're fact or fiction. They creep up and fester, crawl and writhe in a way that twists. I hear giggling, delighted and mocking. They creep up and the sensation of fingers ghosting briefly on my arm caused me to freeze and hiss.
Don't!
I haven't expected her to be there.
Whoa, no need to scream bloody murder. It's
Oh,
just
you know,
me.
keep screaming.
Put it down before you break glass.
Keep screaming! Thank you so much. Fried fish and chips is good as fuck. Fish and chip is just like fish and fries, right? It's just whiskey. Scream is so sad, right?
Don't do that again. Ever.
Don't be scared, though I don't believe in the likes of spooks. Being startled is not on top of the list of things Marianne liked. Lucky for him, and nothing within reach, or he would have gotten on friendly terms with something like a rolling pan.
What was with that reaction? Were you really scared? Has Johans been telling you ghost stories? He just loves to scare people.
You look as good as I'm right. Fried fish and french fry are nice.
Isn't that right, Brother Gurium?
Molly's expression is unreadable. I hardly see any emotion on his face to begin with since I started working for the Wrights, aside from vague amusement. There must have been something there, though, judging from Mr. Wright's own content look. The expression on Mr. Wright's face is almost cruel. Neither of them spoke, even as Johannes leaves the room to serve the workers their late lunch.
So, now that we're alone, Marianne, what are you so jumpy for?
I was just thinking about all the urban legends the movers have been telling me about this place.
Don't tell me you believe in that tosh. They're nothing but tales made up to scare children. Timmy, Billy, don't you dare go up to that big mansion and get in trouble there. The ghosts are going to get you.
I hope he gets fucked up.
That's a boring way to look at it, but that's usually what it is anyway, no? Like I said, I was just thinking.
Be a relief, actually, if those rumors of the place being haunted is true. That just means I'm not going bonkers. Hearing, let alone seeing a dead person is exactly the symptoms of a healthy mind. Sure, it means there would be such things such as ghouls and goblins, but at least I'd be sane. On the other hand, there would actually be a dead girl walking around.
If you could excuse the inane question, Mr. Wright, you haven't noticed anything weird here?
Be so great watching it just attitude, right? A simple enough question on the surface, yeah, I notice the man stiffen as the question leaves my mouth. I wouldn't have noticed it if I wasn't watching his reaction intently, but in his eyes I see something dangerous.
It depends on your definition of the word weird. Are we still on the topic of this place being haunted? Because no, things have not started to fly around and we have yet to require an exorcism. I don't think my head would like to do the whole 180-degree turn thing.
Well, maybe that, but no strange people?
Aside from my usually weird butler and all the weird men traipsing around touching my things? No, not really. Why do you ask? Have you noticed anyone strange while you were here? Because you must report it to Johans and he'll have security handle it. But these reports better not be about ghosts and things that go bump in the night. I don't want to waste manpower on the boogeyman or senseless witch hunts.
I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Wright. But no, it's nothing like that. I guess the mansion is just strange for me. It's a unique project.
No strange men or women lurking about then?
Only you. Dead teenager would technically qualify as strange, but yeah, the whole icy dead people thing isn't going to go over well.
None that I know of. But I'll inform Johans immediately if something comes up.
Martina, see Henley, how you doing tonight?
I'm serious, Mint. You see anything, anyone suspicious, and you report it. Immediately.
I think that goes without saying.
Bitch, I'll work for you like that. Like to say he have on the talk of security is quickly gone. His arrogant smug smirk returns, if a bit subdued. Oh, what the fuck? Excuse you, Bilge? Whatever smarmy remark or innuendo he has at the ready never comes though, as voices from the dining hall ring out. Okay, yeah, good, thank you for asking. Glad you're doing good. Isn't it weird there's a talking bratwurst in the kitchen, right?
Nah, I just freelance mostly for magazines, newspapers, and events. So you can't really call it a full-time job.
Oh my god, he noticed and I'm scared.
It's fun and it puts food on the table, but it's not what I really want to do. At least not all the time.
That'd be the magazine photographer, I presume? Look, don't you do right? As always, Miss Ray talks in such a kind and cheery fashion, no matter who she's talking with. It certainly puts people at ease around her. It sounds like it's working on the photographer, too. Meeting them, though, seems to put Mr. Wright in a sour mood. At least, if his small scowl is anything to go by. Is he jealous? Let's see what's going on. Are you
alright there, Whiskey? You're looking like you need a serious drink.
You need to shut the fuck up, is what you need. Why'd you get your tongue, right?
You're not gonna go out there and join Mrs. Wright?
There we go.
You're starting to look strained. If you want your picture taken so badly, I'm sure the photographer would oblige.
What is it that you want to do then?
Films. Documentaries mostly. But cinematography is a lot more difficult than photography, right? I was working on this thing, actually.
We need to get you away from the butler. You're starting to sound like him. No, I'm not joining Hana for an interior design magazine photo. What am I, a piece of furniture?
Are you saying Hannah is? Because I'll shit on
Do you
you.
have anything else crucial to do today, Marianne?
There are still some little things to do. It isn't the end of the day yet.
Yes, but you're paid hourly, aren't you? Per day? Really, I don't care. You and the others can just take off for the day.
Why is he dismissing us early all of a sudden? Is this about the possible security threat? Did my question get him all wary and paranoid that you would just send the workers and I away? I realize that threats are of actual concern to these rich and powerful people. I imagine whether anyone wants to or not, they get a few enemies here and there. But I'm sure the foreman and his works can be trusted and are not of no threat. Well, at least I trust the people I'm working with. I understand if he doesn't know them from a can of paint. Still, wouldn't it be safer if there are people around who can watch their back?
You're the boss. My being paid by the day aside, I won't be held responsible for any significant delay caused by your decisions. I'll try to get around that, of course, but I'll just remind you of the fact.
Ah, yeah. Geez, I could get some sports clothes to handle, man. I'm beating the life out, right?
Whatever, take forever with the house. I don't give a bloody damn. Don't you worry, you're still getting your money. Just sod off, go crawl around a pub and find yourself a good lay.
Damn. In order aggravated as he may be, his conversation surely didn't have a warrant that had to warrant that sort of remark.
Maybe I will.
Find someone with a bigger penis! Walking in the kitchen, I just accept the fact that whatever he says will go well under his roof. Mrs. Wright and the photographer are still far too busy in conversation to notice me, even as I make my way through the dining hall. God, get that bag, hell yeah! Besides, I didn't want to ruin their fun.
Well, it wasn't really a big thing. People didn't like Blue Fonzie very much.
People don't like a film about colors. I suppose they would have liked Blue Bibby a lot more.
Into the foyer has me stumble upon the family butler once more, who lays their brow at my presence.
And where are you off to in a hurry, Miss McCulloch? The foreman is looking for you.
The bratwurst wants us off the clock. He's dismissing us early because of... Oh, I don't know. He just wants us out of here.
I'll go and call a cab for you then. It would be for the best that you leave when he asks you to.
Don't doubt it. I'm right about to say it doesn't take too long to get there. Granted, there were some difficulties at first because the driver didn't know where the Ermengarde mansion is. He tried to have us hand over GPS coordinates from our smartphones or some other techno babble I didn't care about. And the butler didn't understand. But as soon as we told him it's the haunted mansion over in Ansel Village, he knew just the place. Finally headed over, albeit with some hesitation. On the way back to the city, the driver keeps complaining about that place giving him the willies. Gives me the willies too. Would have loved to snap at him. But as soon as But as soon as the thought occurs to me, another blossoms in the forefront of my mind. One that has somehow bothered me greatly, more than my exasperation over whiskey and this project, or wanting it to stop. There has been no Lorraine whispering over my ears today. Worse, I find myself searching for it. Searching for her. Damn new loose ends, fucking bloody loose ends everywhere. I thought I've already moved past this years ago. And it does nothing to help me curb my frustration. If anything, it only ensures that I want a stiff drink. And where else do I go to drink? Tuesday for karaoke, and Wednesdays, improv. Usually it's these four guys who do hilarious games. The one with Irish drinking songs are always a crowd favorite. Although I love a good laugh, stand-up comedy isn't my thing. And without Cam or Haruna or any other distractions, I should get a lot more this time. And when there's several bottles of beer in me, I get really, really embarrassing.
Hey! G! Psst! G, come over here. I need you for something.
It's a good thing that the bartender is a nice fellow. I probably have been kicked out of other places by now, or worse. If push comes to shove, all he would do is give me an easy smile and shake of his head, even when he's attending to other customers, just like now.
Give me a moment, will ya? I gotta go check on her.
He's some Asian guy, and I'm pretty sure I've seen him here before a couple of times, though he never talks to anyone else except G. The girls used to be all over him too, but he always turns them away.
I'll be here. You go do that before she falls over.
Asian Joe!
All right. What is it?
Wait, why does this guy look exactly like the scummy officer, dude?
Do you need someone to help you get home?
Bartender, pour the wine.
I think that's enough alcohol for you, little missy. I'm cutting you off.
Wine comes from the back of my throat as he pulls my bottle away. I have no hope of getting them back once they're behind the counter. Even in my drunken mind, I don't dare hop over it for them. Because that little sense I have left knows I'd sooner take a floor dive than succeed in wrestling a bottle from a sober man. But that doesn't stop me from trying to reach out with my arms like a stupid idiot anyways. He smiles and shakes his head just like I know he would before going back to the other guy.
Right now, where were we? How you holding up, boy?
This is like Lee's brother or something, right? With no drinking, no one to really chat with, I would have gone home or gone to sleep on the bar right there and then. But I'm not ready to stand up and try to check back home just yet.
Same old. I'm still on the Luxborn firm case.
Those blokes they talk about being in dark suits, whisking people into the night or some shit and all that. Didn't the media call it some ridiculous name in the morning news?
What is it this time? Wait, don't answer that. They've called it a lot of things. As long as people don't start running around claiming they're the Illuminati. So, what have you got for me this time, G? Anything good?
Slow down there. You haven't even told me what sort of dealing dosh we got. Who are you looking into this time?
The type of interest in me would have kept my attention if I gave a damn. Alright, looks like he's Asian Joe. He is Asian Joe now. How you doing, Andrew? It's always Illuminati. It really is. Seriously, I can barely give two fucks about the things going on around me. All these words are just buzzing, barely surfacing from the sea of sounds that is the pub. And it wouldn't stay that way. Perhaps even drown if didn't hear his name.
Luke Wright. You know the guy. And don't pretend like you don't, G. It takes a special kind of ignorant not to know who he is.
That smug blonde who likes throwing round his money. He was just here a few days ago, as a matter of fact. Great tipper, if you think him just dumping a wad of cash on the counter after having too much whiskey counts as tipping. Why are you asking? He dirty?
Oh, he's dirty.
You have no idea, G. He's probably the worst sort you can imagine.
Luke fucking Wright. Fucking whiskey. Even without him around, I'm still hearing about the guy. What the absolute fuck? He's a dirty right? Despite this, I found myself getting up and sauntering over to join them before I pipe up.
Is this smart talk about Luke fucking Wright I'm hearing, eh?
Private conversation here, lady.
silly amusement on G's face. The Asian guy, he starts to look ticked off as hell.
Don't worry, Holmes. She's clean. And she might be able to help you with your, predicament.
Course. A drunk's just stumbled through here with what I need. Get real, G. No offense, lady, but you're smashed.
I know, right? Nothing beats being drunk after a hard day's work. Especially when you're working for Mr. Luke Wright.
So, she works for the guy? Doesn't that make her, I don't know, suspect?
See, have a little faith in me, why don't ya? I don't have much, and you might as well have something to go off. You're the one who was so desperate to come running to me for business.
Yoo-hoo! Still right here, fellas. 5'11", can't miss me. Unlike Shorty over here.
Damn!
What's with that mad look? You want to dance, boy? You don't look like you can bust a groove. Maybe a leg, but with that fancy coat of yours.
That is so dingy. I move directly behind him and use the top of his head as an armrest. But when he shakes me off, I plop into the seat right next to him.
Don't try me. You can hardly stay on your feet. We don't want to ruin your fancy coat, do we?
Ah, children, the both of ya. But you're still standing after all that, are ya? Matt, you see this giantess? She's a legendary regular here. Been drinking like there's no tomorrow.
You get tires on a day like you're on a Scheiße with rice cup island. The cranky almost wants some pieces of oh, nice! Darn, sorry you didn't get the Pikachu. That sounds like a fun time. God, I love clay machines. They're so fun. Alright, let's see.
I'm a bit jealous. Can't do that anymore or my liver will give out on me. Good with the mic, too. Don't see you much recently, but I guess you're always busy, aren't you? You're some fancy designer or something, if I remember correctly.
Wait, I know you. You were at the open house for the mansion.
Yeah, that's right. Marianne I'm a famous interior designer extraordinaire. Ooh, that rhymes.
Hey, Frost, how you doing tonight? Yeah, stop playing. I was Eric and her told the heck yeah. My brother's going to New York. He asked me if I wanted any souvenirs. My mom asked me for him. I was like, oh, Mesa stuffed animals from the Poke Center. And she's like, no, I no more stuffed animals. When you sleep, I secretly try to get rid of them. No more. She's like, what the fuck? Yeah, how's it going? It's going good. How you doing, money? You're drunk as fuck, right?
Anyway, you guys were talking about that weenie Luke Wright, right?
Ah, she's a weenie. Get out of stuff animals. This is right.
Or something. Can't really talk about it. I don't even know if I can trust you, even if G said you're clean. But anything would be of help.
Well, I don't gossip about my clients, if that's all there is to this.
Weenie. I guess if you know there's a weenie now, right?
You wanted to gossip about him a few minutes ago, Marianne.
And that was the beer talking, not Marianne.
You won't mind if we ask the beer a few questions then?
Maybe. Depends on who's asking and what they're asking. How dare that sleazy wanker treat me like I'm a piece of furniture?
And by wanker, you mean Luke Wright.
Yes, Luke Wright. I just said that. He's Kultona Kranthe. Completely different from his pretty wife. And Annie? Hannah? Anna! I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing something dirty behind her back. Even bought him a mansion. Lucky bastard.
Oh, right? Oh, damn.
So it was the wife who bought the place.
Are you going to repeat everything I say? Yes, it was the pretty one. The one with the long hair. She bought the place. Sort of.
With how drunk you are, I don't even know if you're aware or sure of what you're saying.
Excuse you? I am at least 350,000% sure that I know what I am saying. I am a professional. I'm totally sure of what I'm saying.
Goodness, I was just where you're right.
Do you think just because I'm drunk I don't remember facts?
Well, she did come into conversation while they're talking about Luke, so.
I remember everything. I remember every little thing as if it only happened yesterday. I bet you don't remember young McGurn's full name. Of course you don't. Here we go. John William, pure mad, mental inte, your body, Simpson Clay, Gimel Chip, the Bam, Rib Bracker, no real young rebel, you best Saint John McGurn.
I tell you guys, I don't like being around drunk people.
See? I have a photographic memory. Or read memory.
Crazy library.
I don't remember which is which.
Back to the wanker.
Hey, Seamus, everyone, right, cutie patootie booty? Which one how you doing tonight? I killed that shit, right?
Nothing off about him or anything? Nothing shady that sets the alarm bells in your head?
Alarm bells? Nothing ringing. Maybe someone's mobile list? I'm getting tired. That for me to press my chin against the cool countertop with my eyes shut tight. Actually cracking an eye open just in case they thought I fell asleep. I grin at home.
Aside from being a sleazy piece of shit, he did get all in a tizzy whenever something about security came up.
Makes sense. I don't blame the guy. Place that big, you'll need a couple dozen people stationed around if you want to make sure nobody you don't want gets in. And the guy seems like the type that doesn't like too many people.
Oh, but he does like the ladies. I don't think his mummy hugged him enough or anything.
As long as you're white.
These are serious questions, Marianne. Lives might just be at stake here.
What do you expect? She's smashed.
Why am I even doing this? This is getting me nowhere, G. She's not a reliable source. The chief, let alone the courts, aren't going to take the word of a drunk. This'll be dismissed, and I might be in trouble if they try to argue that I coerced a testimony out of her. This is a fucking train wreck.
True. Thank you so much for keeping us out here. Thank you. Rich guys got some liquors inside of you.
You're a fucking train wreck now, if you ask me.
Damn!
Maybe it's about time you apply the brakes and stop for a bit.
The wave of despair that comes over the both of them is palpable. If feelings had a taste, it'd be bitter than the beer I'm full of. It gets me thinking, though thinking doesn't get me too far. Get me fired with too much shitey in my system.
You know that's not an option. Thanks for being patient, McCullough. Good luck with your work on that mansion.
Speaking of that mansion, there's something going on in that place. Something.
The homie, she is alive, right? He's just saying it as it is. Oh shit.
As day. No wonder Mr. Right likes it so much. It's as fishy as he is. Rotten bloke.
Damn.
Maybe that Santos girl is really onto something, eh? Suspicious shite, I'm telling ya. Explains why she's so reluctant.
What do you mean that Santos girl is onto something?
If I get another word out, there's hands on my shoulder, everything starts to spin. Quickly slap his hands away best I can, send him the foulest look I can muster.
Take your hands off me, pipsqueak. I'm not a lady who's shaken or stirred unless you want me up-chucking on your pretty hair. But it's just like I said. Are you sure you aren't brain damaged or deaf? Santos girl from BRC showed us this creepy letter. You know, just like those spam stuff you get in your emails.
Hi, John, how you doing?
And we thought it was some joke or that the girl was just a bit too green to handle a big sale like that.
Oh, there's something green around, all right? Look at it,
You should have seen the look on their faces when they saw it. Whiskey, that's Luke fucking right, you get me? And the missus didn't look too happy either. I should have taken a picture and posted it everywhere.
Thank you.
When rich snobs give you that face, no wonder the Santos girl went all mental on us. Working with them does that, you know? I think I'm about to. I'm not mental yet, am I? Anyway, just like I said, in that man... Hey, you okay? Holmes? You're looking a bit shaky yourself there.
And he really is pale. Paler than before, at least. I can see the gears turning in his head on overtime. Suddenly, he shoves a card in my hand. On it, his name, Ashton Frey, and his number. But he has second thoughts as he grabs it from me and slips it into my pocket.
You're cute, pretty boy. But I prefer blondies.
You're the karaoke, right?
Well, you're not exactly my type either, lady. But listen to me. If something comes up, don't do anything rash. If you think you're in danger or if you see anything suspicious, call me and the authorities as soon as possible. You understand me? That's 99...
I know what the damn emergency number is.
Right, 999. Good. Anyway, I have to run. See you, G.
It's quick on his feet, already up and at him as soon as the number leaves his lips. Watching him as he maneuvers through the crowd of other pubgoers is enough to tire me out. As he can, he's at the door and throws us a smile, and that's all we get before he's gone, just like that.
Boy, what about your drink, boy? I'll go put it on your tab then.
Holmes boy always like that, G?
Pretty much. But what about you? I suppose I'll put your drinks on your tab too. Don't want you to spill your wallets when you look like you're close to spilling yourself.
Yeah, and if it's fine by you, I think I'll go take a bit of a cat nap here. Just for a sec or two.
Go right ahead. I'll wake you when I close up shop.
Probably a sleepy thing, so I doze off on the spot, face pressed on the counter. Already, I dread the pain I'll have for sleeping in such a position, but when you gotta go, you gotta go. Oh, Jesus Lord.
Oh, Marianne! How long have you been standing there, dearie?
You know, I say 911 is such as artistic. No, I think it's because we're in the UK. I think it actually is 999, right? What is this more exclusive? Is how you doing, Sergeant? Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. How are you? Like, not get ready, kill with fire.
Come join us, Marianne. We won't bite. Unless you ask, that is.
Not that I can get much sleep to begin with. I think you joined twins. They are conjoined. This one's supposed to be Hannah. This one's supposed to be Lorraine. So, for anyone that didn't catch it, we're playing as Marianne. Yesterday we were playing as Marianne, the interior designer that's working on the mansion for Luke and Hannah Wright. And we find out she grew up she was actually a dumpster baby. She got raised by you know who her father is, and eventually the government is like, no, she needs to be like properly educated, so they brought her to a Christian all-girls school, and she only had one friend. And I'm so sorry we have to listen to this while we're recapping. So she only had one friend, and that friend, you know, really like looked out for herself and stuff. And that girl loved Marianne, but you know, Marianne was super focused on her schooling to keep her scholarship. But she also, you know, because of the Christian upbringing, was like, no, like that's impure, that's sin and stuff like that. So the girl died. And Marianne blames herself. So this one is Lorraine, the one that died in Marianne's childhood. That was her best friend. And this one's Hannah. I really should have just continued in this session. I was gonna... Yeah, that goes as a crush. You ever had the feeling that they're working on something they really enjoy, but still, it eventually tires them out? Yes. Yes. Because honestly, I've been feeling like this.
You have certainly exceeded expectations, Marianne. Everything looks so marvelous, and in such a short time, too.
Sorry, Hannah. I understand Marianne's logic for like the past stuff, why she couldn't love and stuff. I think it was gonna be so much more fucking right. Why would I just stop there if I knew that was it? Moments like these make all the hard work worth it. Definitely.
Well, I can't take all of the credit. People have certainly been enthusiastic about the idea of working on the right mansion.
She died and made her blame herself. The how she died is a little triggering, so I don't wanna. She fell out of a window, for lack of better terms. I'm not gonna get any more descriptive because I don't wanna. I want to bother anyone. But yeah, you got it. She blames herself because you know she. Yeah, she because you know the girl says she loved her and she didn't return the feelings, essentially. And I guess it kind of led to that, and that's why she blames herself.
There won't be any more problems unless Mr. Wright has any more objections about the second bedroom.
As she guessed what could be done, but then is now turning around and in her own words sleeping around all these guys, but is still very heavily into religion and confusion. I don't know if she's currently really into the religion, or maybe it's like she's too far gone kind of thing, and like, you know, it's like a way to punish herself kind of thing. It's pretty dang y'all. Really chill. Me, I don't know if like maybe she's kind of like good of it, you know, just a little bit, you know, maybe like just like not practicing or something. I mean, you know, everyone takes what they will. Sometimes with the religions, it don't follow everything to a T, I guess. Yeah, but so she is, I feel like, when you see her thoughts and feelings, she's very male, right? Like, maybe it's like, you know, she's having a hard time really detaching from her upbringing, but, you know, all that other shit, I'm not too sure. It is a class with these characters. That's what I said, right? Oh, okay, let's see.
No. We proceed with that room as planned. I already agreed to him having his greenhouse and his vineyard and his stables. He may as well let me have this one thing.
Oh, then this is where we have to talk about her marriage. Oh, shit. We're about halfway done, but the honest satisfaction on a client's face is enough for me to push through. Let's face it, in between my exasperation at Mr. Wright's antics and her, I've been burning the candles at both ends. Like, is that the horror mental breakdown? That'd be cool. What the fuck was a two-headed monster came to say hi and leave? Oh, she has nightmares about Lorraine and Hannah now because she sees Hannah so much like Lorraine. And like, you know, even when she saw the picture of Hannah, when she was about to take up the job, she's like, is that her? Like, it looks just like her. Even I close my eyes, I was seeing a dead girl's face. Dead girl. Dead. She's dead. I had to keep reminding myself that, burying my feelings as deep as they buried her body, 6 feet under. Jesus. Shouldn't waste so much time on someone who's supposed to be gone, and wasted so many years thinking about her already. There should be no need to bother myself with the dead, when I should be bothering myself with the living. But the living are usually as complicated, if not more, than ghosts of the past.
But don't you have a party?
Yes. But Luke's just being a sweetie, you see.
It's your friend, yeah. God damn it, right?
That friend he's visiting. He's having marital problems and he's just trying to cheer him up.
It's even more complicated when the living in question is a pair of rich and famous socialites way past their honeymoon phase. I've been somehow looped into being a relationship counselor.
They've been married for a long time and they've hit a... how do they say it? A rough patch.
Can you go?
His wife has a drinking problem and can be very neglectful. The poor thing really does his best to be a good husband. But it's never enough for her. Sometimes I think it's the years. Maybe it's been so long that they've lost that romantic spark. What do you think?
If I'm going to be completely honest, I need to ask. This is about you and Mr. Wright, isn't it?
Suppose it is. What would you tell me?
Then, I tell you it's none of my business. I tell you that I don't want to meddle. But if the troubled husband with the neglectful wife asked me for my honest opinion, I'd say that he shouldn't base his happiness and his self-worth on someone else. Maybe he should try being independent for a while. See what it's like when he isn't trying to please someone else and doing things for himself. Everyone's supposed to be their own man or woman, right? A bit of breathing room never hurt anyone. We shouldn't let our fear control our lives.
Why she thinks a single woman like me would be the best source of relationship advice is beyond me. Still, I talk and answer to the best of my abilities. Not realizing it, I'm already pointing out part of me that I thought were long gone. I like to believe my words will be of some help to Mrs. Wright. If I'm honest though, they are of some help to me. Like some weight has been taken off my shoulders. Alright.
I really should handle what's left of the work.
You won't be attending the party? Oh, you really must, Marianne.
The weight of what happened to her hasn't left me yet, did it? Maybe.
I'll try to stay in chat. Maybe grab a few bites and a drink, but I can't be around for the entirety of the event. My apologies. Busy, busy, busy.
You must stay a while. I'd love for you to meet some of my friends, and they're ever so excited to meet you. You need to say hello to the Lees, at least. If it wasn't for them, I'd never even heard of you.
At least. They're horrible people. Maybe it's about time I change that.
We'll see. So, if I can be excused?
Certainly. You'll have to excuse me as well. I must attend to the party before any early birds arrive. Because, believe me, they will throw a fuss if things aren't ready, even when they're not supposed to be here until an hour later.
No, I shouldn't dwell on the dead. I shouldn't just callously forget about them, too. Saying they have work left to do is an easy enough excuse to make. I know how other people see me. They see someone so obsessed with her craft that she would so easily miss things like a party for it. Outside the parlor, people hurry about here and there in preparation for the Right's grand housewarming party. None spare me a glance as I slip past them, each working on their appointed roles and not daring to slack off while they work for what is probably the most powerful couple in Luxmore. Ah shit. Making it to the kitchen with ease, the wine cellar being my final destination, but when is a great task ever simple? Probably never. And this is a great task, isn't it? My greatest one yet that is worthy of being called a quest. I'm not acting as Marianne McCall, the professional interior designer, when I chose to lie about being too busy for a party. I'm Marianne McCall, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points of wisdom and 8 in charisma. Just thinking of it like that makes it a bit cheesy. But it helps with the fear. It helps overcome the insane thought that I'm actively seeking out something that has been plaguing me for years. I might face my worst nightmare, or I might see nothing and find my self-imagined grand quest fall flat. And who would have thought that the gatekeeper to my final quest would be someone I thought would be a valuable ally?
Snell! Hurry up, you snails! We are on a deadline and you are wasting my time!
This kitchen might be this close to wine, so honestly though, McWood. The follower comes in the cellar and into the kitchen, tailed by a couple of others. People who I assume are most likely chefs and bartenders. He's about, seeing me just stand there by the hatch of the trap door. It almost looks like he's going to throw me out with me in the kitchen without permission. But then he motions for the others to disperse and familiarize themselves with the surroundings. Meanwhile, he continues to stand there, preventing entry into the darkness beyond.
What are you doing here, Fraulein? This is not the place for guests or in an architect right now. I request you leave.
This guy's heated, right?
I was just looking around for any last-minute things, yes?
Yes, you have been doing that a lot. Looking around, snooping about.
Excuse you, what you mean? I chose to leave.
Now is not the time for such things. If you're not careful, people might think you are up to something.
The look he gives me as he says it is almost chilling. If Blake was a game book, he'd probably be the true neutral warlock guarding the treasure room. Difficult opponent to beat with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in dexterity.
Well, I'm not done yet. I actually need to go into the wine cellar. Just need a quick go at the place. So just don't mind me. I'll be out of your hair soon enough.
Wait, you're thinking that by right? The snippy ass bitch.
Go outside, enjoy the party. Bask in the praise and adulation they will no doubt shower you with when the madam speaks highly of you. Surely you've had enough of this stuffy old kitchen by now. You do not want to cause trouble.
Well, got roll initiative, right?
Both the Bratwurst and Hannah want this to be perfect. It would be a disservice and disrespect to toe out of line and risk it being anything otherwise. And more importantly, I will be blamed for any failure that happens tonight.
His intervention almost turns me away. Maybe this is a sign I'm not meant to see Lorraine out. But
Please, it's really important.
flowers, yes, that's what we call Luke now. He's either weenie or bratwurst or whiskey. Hey, man, reminds me of Conan O'Brien, but Only an appearance? Who's called Conan O'Brien? I didn't even know.
15 minutes. 9, 10 minutes. Any longer and I'll pull you out of there myself. The Bratwurst will be furious if he thinks anyone is touching his precious vine without his permission.
Thank you. This seriously means a lot.
I got a day, right? He steps aside begrudgingly. At this point, it looks like there's no turning back. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the word. Why are there torches down here? The cellar greets me honestly as I descend. The space feels smaller with a lot more bottles lining the walls compared to before. And knowing what might be waiting for me here makes things worse. Why didn't they fucking clean this way? Look how many cobwebs there are. The mirror that I've been moved from the study is my goal. I did not return to it after my initial discovery, but the thought of Lorraine, how much I want to see her again, even if it's just for one more time, keeps coming back to mind. Rachel the cancer, right? Torches near alcohol. Oh, chill. As I walk through the cell, I had to stop when I feel something crunch beneath my feet. Ooh, very few bottles are left behind here and are now nothing but glass under my heels. I was shot by one of the many chefs and bartenders the butler had escorted through here before, and it made a downright mess with vents slick pooling from the remnants of a good drink. With how dark this place is, a person with a dark enough imagination could easily mistake it for blood. Can't help but think it is, despite the easy, logical explanation that had come to my mind, only because of what I'm about to do. It's merely a momentary distraction as I continue to the end of the cellar where this mirror stands. Oh god, Jesus Christ. Back up on the far wall, I glance innocently while pretending to be a simple and ordinary mirror. How morbid to think that this thing can show a person their deepest, most desperate desires and then twist it to an image so dark. It's pretty babbler's right? Oh, Charles is right, Jasmine. As I had seen that day, though I heard Lorraine many times, I'd only seen her here within its fame. How many people had discovered it before? How many were wasted away in front of it, enamored, and how many were frightened away by what they saw? Yet, as I stand before it now, nothing. I can barely see my own reflection in this darkness.
How does this even work? Mirror, mirror on the wall? Something? Anything?
Oh, prettiest of the wall! Nothing. Touching its surface doesn't make it magically activate or anything like that. There's no sort of surge of power, and I'm not suddenly granted sight. It stays like that. It stays what it is, a mirror. Was Lorraine's appearance in the mirror also some sort of fever dream? Am I really that burdened with guilt and despair that my mind would eat itself in my stress and have me hallucinate such things? Either way, just going here on some crazy obsession for a girl long gone must warrant me a trip to a doctor. Already I felt ill. After a few more minutes, in the hopes that something would change, I turn around to leave. I can just go back upstairs like nothing ever happened, first drop by the party for some then go home and collect myself. Besides, Mr. Wright is expecting me and
Going to leave me again then, are you?
I stop in my tracks, but I don't turn back. As much as it pains me, I don't look back. If I'm just hearing her again, desperately delusional, and I look back to see nothing, I don't want to give myself false hope. I need time zone, right? No way she fucking looks at me after that, right? It's a reflection? She's a vampire! She's on Twilight! That's the worst fate! Oh god damn, you're so close. No. But when I feel fingers on my wrist pull at me, I look back in shock. My first thought is, how in God's name is this possible? And the second is Lorraine. Her hands are cool.
Are you that mad at me that you're just going to ignore me, Marianne?
I don't know what to say, and I can only stare at her in wonder. She stands there in the mirror with only her arm extended outward for my sake. I look at the hand still holding my wrist, and when she sees me looking at it, she moves it so that her hands are intertwined, fingers weave together. Seeing her there and feeling her touch meant I'm not crazy, though however impossible and unexplainable this is all to me right now. It just takes my breath away. Pulling her out from there is tempting. I can imagine doing so with ease. We could be together again, Lorraine and Marianne, like nothing had ever happened. That would be all a great big lie, wouldn't it?
What? Cock out your tongue? Don't just look at me like that. Say something.
Maybe there's this thing with some magical portal that could bring back the dead. That doesn't erase anything. Just looking at her, still a young teenager while I'm already a grown woman. It serves no other reason than to break the illusion that blinds me. I've seen her twice now, always behind the mirror. If this is real, if this isn't some delusion, then why can she only exist behind the glass?
You have no idea how happy I am to see you.
It's a phantom, Katie, phantom! I'm really scared.
It's been so long.
You don't look happy.
I really am happy. But at the same time, I can't help but think about what happened. To you.
And what does that mean? What are you saying?
She gives me this peculiar look, and before my eyes, she moves a step out of the mirror. In turn, I wrench my hand from her and take a step back, almost as if I'm afraid.
I don't know how this is possible. But whatever this is, it isn't real. You can't be real.
I'm right here, aren't I? What other proof do you need?
No. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. But even with all that, you can't be real. You just can't. I saw your body. I helped bury you. You're dead.
Deep hurt crosses her face, and it just breaks my heart in two seeing her wear that expression.
Burying me wasn't the only thing you did. Don't you dare lie.
Damn. If I have an uncle Christian, I guess so.
But
sign me
I'm going
up.
to be the bigger woman, aren't I? Let bygones be bygones. I'll forgive you. As long as you stay with me, Marianne.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's why you came down here, right? To find me?
That's the plan. Came down here looking for her, for closure. This isn't just closure. This is something else entirely. I didn't think I would be forced to make such a choice. Holy shit, this is a big one. Okay. I'm gonna do this one first because I feel like this one's probably just gonna end shit. Oh, okay. Closure, that's all I came here for. Whatever this is, it might as well all be just a double trick. And I might as well make some use out of it, right? I say nothing at first, for fear of angering whatever phantom this is. I take Lorraine's hand and bring it up to my lips, pressing a kiss to her knuckles. She takes it as some sort of invitation to pull me along, to step back into the mirror until only my arm is extended again.
I should have been more honest back then, both to you and myself. I know it's too late. I'm sorry. But
the thought of being with the dead did not agree with me, not one bit.
I can't stay with you.
So what? You're going to leave me for some old trophy wife?
Damn! I got achievement goodbye, my first love. What the fuck?
That's it, isn't it? You're going to leave poor Amy Lorraine and go after the next rich, pretty blonde that you see.
Don't get angry, the devil's a liar. It's a mistake.
All these years, guilt has been my driving force. I felt so guilty for what I did, what I didn't do.
She thinks she could guilt me into being complacent, but she realized that otherwise as I pulled my hand from her, and going by the look of anger on her face, and anger that runs cold, she did not like the fact that I'm not some puppet on a string. Had she chosen her words carefully, I would have accepted whatever punishment Lorraine chooses to give me. Gil had ran my life, and I might have very well ended it, because I deserved it.
But what I did to me. The blood in my hands is mine, not yours.
Whatever the shadow is, my gut tells me she's not Lorraine. Yeah, I keep talking as if she is.
I broke your heart, not your neck.
Don't you dare deny it! It was your fault!
Oh my god!
Because I loved you more than I dared to admit? Yes, that was my fault. But I never meant to hurt you like that.
Oh my god. Despite my words, no matter how sincere they are, she appears angry, enraged in fact. It's been years since I last saw that face, and even now, the memory of it is still etched deeply in my mind. The hurt, the tears, and the hate spilling from her eyes that day, the moment I rejected her, rejected myself for who I am. And she definitely will hate what I am about to do next. To my left, a wine rack, and from there I take a bottle and pray to all the saints I can remember, for all my sins, for every hurtful words I have uttered, for what I have driven her to do that day, what I forced her into.
What are you doing?
I do it without thinking twice. Quickly, before I can hesitate, I grab a bottle and send it straight towards the mirror. Oh my god! Shards of the bottle in the mirror sent flying everywhere as Lorraine's screams echo in the cellar. Bitter, searing, like every wounding accusation she hurled at me. They've never left me. I doubt they ever will. But with this, I can move away from them, from her, live my life as I should, free from the burden, her burden. Because Lorraine, I know, the real one, person I love, will never want me carrying this to my dome. As the screaming dies down, I can't help but mutter weakly.
It's done. It's done. Oh, Lorraine. Forgive me, Lorraine.
Ah, circular, hell yeah! It takes some time to compose myself, breathing in and out, stamping down on the tremor, still racking my hands, straightening out my jacket and fixing my hair. All a weak attempt at returning myself to someone resembling my normal self. It would probably be easier to do so with a mirror, but I likely won't be able to stand looking at one for a long time.
Well, now, I should probably go back up there. Party to attend, rich socialites to do business with, and food to eat. Mrs. Wright will be happy if I make some time for it anyway.
Yeah, one last time, to the shattered glass beneath my feet.
I'm sorry, Lorraine. May you see God's light on the path.
Turning around to leave, oh Jesus. And for good this time, the uneasy smile on my face falls as I see Lorraine whole and well.
Come on, Mac. You really didn't think it would be that easy, did you? You get bonus points for trying.
No,
But you should know innate charisma is not enough to turn undead.
Oh shit! She advances towards me, backs me against the wall. I can't even reach for another wine bottle without putting myself within her reach. Despite my earlier bravado, I didn't think she'd be able to exist at all without the mirror. Damn, what a lie, right? Can you blame me though? It's not like I'm an expert on the supernatural.
That's not... You shouldn't be...
What? After the mirror? Did you think just moving on will erase what you did to me?
Oh, see, something else to the right? Is that really Lorraine or is that the house demon? No, it's the house demon.
You're nothing but a murderer,
as far as we
Marianne.
know.
A murderer!
Stay back. You're not real. Leave me alone.
That's a cool veil, right?
Stop. I'm trying to move on with my life, so why won't you let me? Please. Just get out of my head and leave me be.
I have an exit where there's a click. The next thing I know, I'm falling back into darkness. Oh, Jesus Lord, it gets worse. I fall on my back and the door slams shut behind me. In a daze, I look around warily and find myself in another room entirely. They have a fucking sex dungeon in their house! On the other side of the wall, some sort of secret passage, perhaps an underground tunnel, that has me weary and frightened. There's a dungeon to the right! What the fresh hell is this? Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I ain't judging. Also suppose that the oddities in the mansion's floor plans are a lot more than just little discrepancies. Expect Lorraine to jump out of me from the darkness at any time. A breeze blowing through the tunnel has me relieved, though, at the idea that there is still a way to escape should that happen. That's way better than being trapped underground with only God knows what that was. Thank you so much, Akira Sarge. Thank you. And you guys are some liquors inside of you. You do sound business you. Hey, that comes to mind as I start walking to where the exit might be. I think about how Miss Wright would be so disappointed if I didn't show up to the party. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Just how furious Mr. Wright would be for breaking one of his wine bottles. You know, Johan's reaction comes to mind, though I don't really know with that guy. One thing for sure is that I would be calling Cam and Haruna for a drink as soon as I get out of here. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. The noise has me wary! I can't see anything. A corpse of a woman leans on the wall. Her arms and limbs, almost every inch of her lithe body is peppered with wounds and rotting flesh. It is then that the putrid smell of blood and gore hits me, making it so that I don't even question how I missed it in the first place. What the fuck, right? I sure got ice cream now. The day isn't the one on screen, I guess. Not yet.
How long has this been here?
Oh, no, right?
Oh, that smell. Oh, you're a nasty one, aren't you?
I flinch as the thing twitches. Ah, Jesus fucking Christ! Narcissa opens its eyes and looks at me with a smile. There's nothing on my mind but horror. Oh Jesus, I break into a run. I run quick time, but not really. Try to keep on running no matter how much my legs and feet scream at me to stop. I keep going. Even when I look back, I see nothing of her anymore because I can still hear her stamping her feet, the words she tries to form with her bloody mouth, and the painful sounds of bones grinding against each other as she moves closer and closer to me.
How long are these damn tunnels?
There's a split second where I know that thing is right behind me. Strange sensation creeping over my limbs when her presence looms over me. And then suddenly, oh God! Can't even do anything before I'm yanked by the hair and pulled back. So I struggle up until I'm thrown to the side like some ragdoll. And the ground on my side and the musty smell, thank you for the knock, of old hay that reaches me is my only indication that I'm still alive.
Please don't hurt me.
I had to keep my eyes shut tight. Afraid what may happen next.
What's wrong, Marianne? Are you really afraid of little old me?
It's only just seeing how she's followed me even here. She looms over me, backs me further in the cell that I was thrown in.
Please. It's so cold. I don't want to be alone, Marianne. Why won't you stay with me? Why would you leave me? Why?
There's the press. There's the last of us clickers. Hey, that is just flexing her burpees is right. Yeah, it's so much more chill then. And she said it. Right, I was just thinking that way. That delivery on that line, she was very calm. I know this all right.
What are you?
Warner. Lorraine turns and shifts into the thing from before. And with that same gruesome grin, it takes a step forward towards the cell. Is that camera? Towards me. I barely scrambled to my knees when the door to the cell slams shut and it just stands there staring. Shouts for help ring out in the tunnels, but none of them are coming from me. More paralyzed and shocked by what is happening. My throat tightens as being fooled by the image of Lorraine and the thought of being trapped down here. So, then where? Oh God.
Help me! Oh, help me! Are you getting all this on camera, Carl?
Oh, this doesn't look fucking good.
Yeah, but are you guys sure this is a good idea? We're breaking and entering here. Don't worry, the owners of this place haven't been here in a long time.
Oh, it is good, right?
Look at this thing, though. It has writing in blood like some cheesy 80s horror prop. Wait, I have an idea. Oh man, that's genius!
What kind of butthead would even take this thing seriously? Maybe we can stick this in Rowan's backpack. That Flores kid would panic.
That's Kylie's brother!
Guys? What? Spit it out! Behind you!
Yeah, they kind of said it. Whoa! Well, they kind of deserve that one, not gonna lie. That's pretty massive, right? No shit! In the corner of the cell, digital camera comes flickering to life and a video has played back on the screen. It was hard to even consider paying any attention to it when my life is on the line. But when the ghost doesn't move and the teenagers mocking shouts of help me fill the cell, I just had to watch. And what I see, students judging by their Saint Goretti uniforms, they were holding...
The letter.
And I think the woman, she... Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait! That lady, she just showed as the lady in the portrait. Oh God, please don't tell me it's a great time. Jesus Christ! Sadaka Nani? This is how it begins, or so they say. God, the clarity right! With a gentle wind shifting through wide open windows, muffled laughter and footsteps fading behind empty hallways, and the light kiss of the afternoon sun. Soon there'll be a call, a crossing of thresholds into the unknown. Maybe we're off to some grand adventure, or diving into another gripping mystery? I can't really tell for all I know. A hero may even come sweep me off my feet if I'm lucky.
That's not exactly a bad thing when you think about it.
This is far from one, isn't it? Riveting tale, that is. Now breeze of faint memories, the warm rays painting every nook and cranny a fiery hue. They're all as real as they can get. As much as I want to write a little tale out of this and fight for someone who can, playing fancies, that's what these are. Merely passing thoughts to occupy an idle mind while waiting for another busy workday to end. Then again, maybe in another life I am one? Who knows? That present, what I have and what I've chosen to be, well...
I won't last years here if I find teaching rowdy adolescents a tedious job, will I?
Sorry, I don't care, Rebecca. Admittedly, the whole affair isn't exactly as grand or exciting as I imagined as a child. If I weren't so stubborn and too passionate about the whole idea, I probably would have quit a long time ago. But it's always the kids that make it worthwhile, isn't it? Sorry, I'm like Rebecca, man. As if in agreement, as soon as my pen slides into a neat circle against the papers I'm creating, the final bell rings. Like a dam that is open soon as we begin piling out into the hallway soon after. For a short minute, I let the noise fill my ears, let my mind wander to a place far removed from all the hubbub. Hunting moments like this have come few and far between lately. Even my own home hasn't been as quiet as usual. As I usually prefer, sorry. Now in hindsight, the entire place hasn't been the same either since Isabella moved in next door. Are we next door neighbors? And if we're fussing over a minor cool last week tells anything, might as well throw any idea of solitude at the nearest balcony, so long as she lives nearby. At the memory, my eyes automatically shift over the bottle sitting at the edge of my desk. A chuckle escapes from me as I reach for it.
A little ball of energy and enthusiasm. That big baby.
Mother hen, she calls me, and then says, and does the same thing right after. Not that I'm unused to being on the receiving end of other people's worries, or I feel any sort of apprehension over her fretting. But I am, to be completely honest, actually amusing how someone could be childlike one minute and act like a responsible adult the next. But there's a dissonance there, both in her actions and words. Kylie, sorry, do you want money? Although she may not look like it, may not say anything, may not lose her cheer, one way or another, I know these troubles have weighed down on her lately. Maybe spooky or supernatural memories. I'm trying to think. There was one time, So there were rumors about this one place that I used to live at, my apartment complex. They, like the whole, I guess, office building where the leasing office. There you go. And they would have, a little office room where you can rent out and shit and stuff. So there's one day, there's actually 2 times weird shit happened. So there is one time I was there with a friend, and we knocked on the door because we were there with other people, and we heard a who is it? And we thought someone was fucking with us, and one of our friends is it's us, open the fucking door, and it didn't open. So right next to it, a few feet over is a little theater room and stuff that you can also rent out. So we went in there to find the rest of our friends in there. We was didn't you guys just answer the fucking door? They was no. I'm what the fuck? So that was cool. We opened it and there's no one inside. There was also this other time that I was there alone, which was actually very fucking terrifying now that I think about it. I was there alone, and actually, I probably should have been there alone, because I had to walk back home in the dark and shit. I said 4 times, I guess. But I was there, and there was a knock on the fucking window. I thought it was my dad, because he was I'll come pick you up later and shit. And I look out the window, no one was there. And I exit the room and go look out to through the actual outside door, and no one was there where someone knocked on the window either. I was I'm leaving. I actually did just go home after that because I was fun and shit. I think I did messing my dad hey, did you just do that shit? He's nope. I'm okay, bye. That's a cool little place if anyone wants to have a fucking sleepover there. Although she may not look like it, may not say anything, may not lose her cheer, one way or another, I know these troubles have weighed down on her lately. Her face is it all, that big numpty. The fuck's a numpty? If she thinks I won't notice, she's got another thing coming for her. That's how she has always been. I do understand that part, loud and clear. It's just that I'd really rather not pass another burden onto her.
Or become one myself.
Aren't I supposed to be the one taking care of them? Though I guess that's simply one of those things people eventually go away from once they've all started leading different lives. Not completely different, I hope. This is Susan. Thank you. Somehow, that thought makes me feel uneasy. Thankfully, before stranger ideas can take root in my head, a faint buzzing comes to my back, cutting through the rest of my thoughts. A small frown in my lips when the screen lights up and an unknown number flashes. In 1 second, my thumb hovers over the answer button. Even the voice that responds once I do accept the call is wholly unfamiliar.
Oh, goodness. Finally, it connects. Hello? Is this Miss Gales? Rebecca Gales?
Yes, speaking. Who is this?
Oh, sorry. Rose Cooper. Briar Realty Corporation.
Briar Realty?
I found Deepest as I sheered from my chair. Something in her tone, despite sounding remarkably funny and light, doesn't sit quite well with me. The rigid thought, we are so far back in the story. We're so far back in the story right now. This is like literally the first beginning part. Rigid pause that follows doesn't help ease the tension that has suddenly descended either.
Miss Cooper?
Yes. Things are a bit busy on my end. I apologize. I'm not certain if Isabella has mentioned anything before, but we're working together on a property at the moment, and...
The Armengard Mansion, yes. She said something about that earlier.
Things are back and forth a lot with these chapters, right? I wonder what point Rebecca's story is gonna go until, right? My thing is, wow, what the heck is wrong with their fucking friendship with Isabella? What the fuck? Ooh, her and Ashton are looking too hot. I wonder if these white marks indicate how far, like, if you go past it and you get the romance option, if there's one optional, and if you're below that, then you don't get it. Yeah, it's going home. We're back to the 23rd, right? So far.
Is there a problem?
This is about Isabella, actually.
She wastes no time relaying everything. The details she provided are admittedly a bit vague, but enough for me to get a gist of what happened. It isn't the bad story I'm expecting, though still worrying. Especially with the words panic attack and pale, looking a bit sickly, woven together in one foreboding sentence. But as quickly as it surfaces, I stomp down on the urge to demand answers right there and then. Now isn't the proper time for useless questions. I'll find out soon enough regardless. To Miss Cooper's credit, she neither hesitates nor falters all throughout. There's some sort of comfort in knowing Isabella has someone like her to guide her, though not as much as I would have liked. After all, this is Isabella we're talking about. What are the chances she just said a bunch of excuses so she won't get sent home? High. Very high. Oh, she is so going to hear it this time.
You were listed as one of her emergency contacts, so I thought it'd be best you know about this.
Oh my gosh, Lumi! Oh my gosh, Nanako, how you doing tonight?
How is she? Is she doing okay?
I had her take a break for now, but honestly, I'd feel better if someone were to pick her up and take her home for some rest. Anthem's a fair distance from Luxborn. I really don't want her going off on her own.
I'm doing good, so glad you're doing good. I'm doing good too, thank you. I'm considering doing an extra stream tomorrow because I got a review key for a new game and I really want to check it out, so I'm really excited.
I do it myself, but oh, you know how it is today. Big day. People everywhere until the open house ends. I'm really sorry to ask this of you, Miss Gales. I know you're busy.
Oh, no, it's all good. I was just about to leave from work. I hope to leave early today anyway. A few minutes ahead wouldn't hurt. I can be there in a few, 30, 40 minutes tops. Is that all?
More than fine, Miss Gales.
So are you blessing us? I try. You guys be blessing me though with your hanging outs with me and whatnot.
Oh, excuse me, one moment please. Yes, ma'am.
Quick, you fuck. There you go. The faint hum of conversation echoes from her end. It sounds as though the place is buzzing with more people than you'll expect from a regular open house. I was skeptical at first. The house is old, not to mention its inconvenient location in Luxborn's outskirts. I was to live in a place almost an hour's drive away from the comfort of a city. But from what little I can hear, the Princess Isabella has every right to be optimistic about the sale. If I didn't understand why she was so adamant refusing my offer of help before, I think I do now. To some degree.
We'll be resuming the tour soon. Yes, thank you. Sorry about that. I really need to get this thing going. Lord knows how I'll salvage the situation here.
Shinra, oh yes, I'm gonna...
Still, clients. They can be difficult when they want to be.
I'm gonna try for a stream tomorrow, so I'm very sorry. I don't think we'll have time for a stream and the watch along, but I promise, next opportunity for a watch along, we will be watching the Boondocks.
Anyway, just look for me when you get here, alright? That shouldn't be too hard to miss.
No problem. Thanks for letting me know about this. Just make sure Isabella stays put, please. Heaven knows how stubborn that girl can be.
Oh, believe me, I know. Don't worry about it. I'll have a few of our staff keep an eye on her for me until you get here.
That's all I'm asking. I appreciate it.
The whole thing ends on a surprisingly pleasant note. If only the same could be said for the news she brought. I allow a brief minute to pass to ease whatever tension has latched itself firmly to my nerves. But no matter how much I wish for it, my mind stubbornly refuses to do so. My hands are unsteady against the papers I pretend to arrange after. Lucid thoughts, every single ounce of it grimmer than the other, grows with each passing second I linger. Something about this whole thing, along with the sudden unease and nagging worry, screams off. Wrong. This isn't the riveting tale I've hoped to step into today. Even on a rush, getting everything in order before leaving takes a good quarter hour. By the time I make it out of the classroom, the commotion has already died down, dwindling to mere echoes and distant laughter. From the nearby room, melodies from a rehearsing band drift freely into the air, filling the almost empty hallway with their warm, lively tunes. This is really nice, right? That shows wild. I'm so excited. We definitely will get to that soon. Any other day, I'll stop basking in the music and enjoy what little peace it brings. Not today, however. My steps are brisk, and sure as I march to Edward Hall's exit. The sooner I confirm Isabella's okay, the sooner I can shake out this I'm not saying that word. I should stop blocking it very horribly. Oh god, okay. For one reason or another, the single call of all possible things has thrown everything off kilter, and rather this be over with as quickly as possible. So much that I nearly barrel over a student in my haste. Wonder how my boy Zach would do in the Boondocks, right? That's how white people should use it, right? Nagging! I'll pick nagging! God damn it, game! So much I nearly barrel over a student in my haste. Though perhaps it's really the other way around. Oh, little Kylie! When I look down, a set of eyes bright and hopeful stare back at me. Her arms are wrapped around my waist like a vice, and on my attention, a grin spreads over her face.
Buenas tardes, Miss Pink.
Hello, Kylie. You know, you aren't supposed to run into people like that.
Sorry, Miss Pink.
Why not, bitch? Here we go to the shop, right? Pockets up. Listen to her hold on me, but not a hint of guilt or regret appears on her. Maybe this seems to remarkably amuse her. A smile appears on my face if I can help it, matching the one on her own.
Just remember not to do it again, all right? You could get hurt.
You sound like my mama when she's scolding Rowan, Miss Pink.
I'm sure your mama only means well. I know she'll be worried sick if one of you were to get hurt.
Isn't Vicky I heard so much about, perhaps? How you doing, Phoebe?
Where's your brother anyway? Aren't you two supposed to be heading home now?
Rowan said he's got some stuff he needs to do before we go.
This is Child. So the first time we found this child, we were playing as Zach in the park. And Zach was having a panic attack because he just got encountered with the Phantom Lady. And Kylie is the sister, the younger sister of Rowan, which we've only heard about Rowan, and mainly her, from kind of just like hearsay. Apparently Luke is the godfather of her, assuming we're talking about the same Kylie and Rowan, because, you know, this is kind of the only times we see them. Maybe the best and most prepared can use a secret pocket. Pocket Xander! heard it. Charu. It's like a kind of something else. Oh yeah. This blue hair is spawn. Is this right?
I think he's taking too long. But he promised to buy me jelly babies today. If I keep what he's doing a secret from Mama and Papa.
What the fuck is jelly babies?
Any chance you'll tell Miss Pink about it?
She shakes her head, both her hands going to her mouth as if to keep a precious secret from spilling out.
I made a promise.
Jelly babies, I guess? Be our ghost girl? It seems like Rowan is the older brother and very much alive, it seems? Also, in the video that we just saw when Marianne was in the basement, it was like, oh, let's go put this in Rowan's back power, the fuck. So, I'm assuming he is alive and, going to school with those bitches. Thank you so much for following. Appreciate it. Welcome to Bunny Yummy. Thank you. This is UK jelly beans. I hate that. Jelly babies? It's kind of, I guess so. Copyright free jelly bellies. They do seem to be a type of English candy. Oh shit, that's cool. Yeah, bunny? Oh no, I'm not bunny. No. I just call you guys the bunny yum-yums. You guys are my bunny yum-yums. I'm just over here, chilling.
He said it's for Tia Lou.
Oh my god, she's still talking like that.
Oh, something like a gift?
Like a deal.
Jesus Christ!
Tio promised to take him somewhere cool when he's old enough. Rowan's gonna prove he's a grown-up.
Oh golly! After this sweet from my lips, the teacher in me wants to give whoever this Tio is a reprimand for bringing about this kind of behavior in children. But if those Suarez? If those Suarez kids are so fond of him, there shouldn't be anything to worry about, yes? At any rate, they're nothing but a well-behaved both Kylie and her brother. Well, the eldest may have an occasional odd shrieking in and out of class, but their parents taught them well. I see no reason to cast any suspicion of bad behavior on them.
As long as it isn't anything dangerous, all right?
It's not. Cross my heart. My drawings are a lot prettier than what he's doing anyway. Tio said so. Do you want to see? I drew one earlier at class.
Is that why you're here?
Not really. I was gonna show it to my friend first. But since it's you, I'm sure she wouldn't mind if you see it before she does.
Yeah, money, yeah. Okay, I don't want to nitpick on voice acting or anything, but I don't know. It feels like this child's voice feels very forced, And I'm just thinking God, I could be a way better child.
Oh no. I can't stay right now, Kylie.
Your voice, I feel like your voice, I feel like, that's what kind of feels a little off, is it does feel a little more on the forced side, where you can kind of tell it's trying to go into those higher registers, but I feel like it's a little difficult to, almost. Really, a way better, right? The voice, I think, feels really consistent. Yeah, exactly. I feel like they try to go for that higher pitch, and then it's not. It's a little harder to reach, so it kind of goes back a little, Her face falls immediately after Jesus Lord. After the words are out, a small part of me feels responsible for the crestfallen look. But as much as I want to stay a little longer, there's another place I need to be at right now. And frankly, another child to look after. Taking both of her hands, I do not feel. I feel nothing. I kneel in front of her and muster the most rueful smile I can give. At her age, I'm quite sure she already understands what I'm about to say before they're even out. Remarkably, she doesn't look away or pout as I'm expecting her to.
I'm sorry.
That is pouting, I would say.
You know what? Rowan has a class with me on Monday around this time. Why don't you drop by again next week? After class? I'll even make sure to wait for you. It's just that I absolutely must leave now. My friend had an accident earlier, and I'm the only one she has here.
That is totally a pout. blue hair is cute, right? Dude, we were just saying how she looks like Marinette from Miraculous Ladybug. I was like, it is, and she does look adorable. You feel nothing about her? Not very fair, yeah. I think she looks cute. And she's an adorable character, but I could care a little less about these interactions, I suppose. That's right, to check in with each other. Yeah, that's very fair. It's horror? It is horror. Wait, honest, I think you could do better than most child voice actors. Oh, thank you, right? You believe how she looked like the girl from Wreck-It Ralph? Vanellope? How you doing, Jagger? Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. Enjoy your emotes. Poppy's a bit more sassy, that is true. This girl just seems kind of sweet but very forward, which I guess there are a lot of kids. Hey, Lumicha, hello, Donnie. How you doing tonight? Oh yeah, no, I love Vanellope though, but absolutely, Vanellope is definitely on the sassy side.
What about her mama and papa?
Her family lives really far from here, I'm afraid. Do you remember where Asia is? The southeast part? That's where they are.
Your eyes immediately light up at my question. Just like that, I know I've earned the girl's forgiveness.
Oh, just like Takako.
Who?
My friend. She said she used to live there, only just a little higher than southeast. But she hasn't come home in a long time, so she doesn't remember much about it anymore. Melody says it's weird I talked to her, but I think she's just shy. They could be good friends too! Don't you think so, Miss Pink?
Maybe if you introduce them properly, they will be.
That's what I think. Takako's just lonely. If she makes more friends, she won't be anymore. Is your friend like that too?
I like how she calls her Miss Pink, right?
A little, possibly. To be honest, sometimes I can't tell with her.
After all, Isabella has always been the kind to hold a smile, even when things have taken a turn for the worse. This kid's kinda active. I feel like a lot of kids got attitude. I feel like that's just kids. I hear someone will think it's enough time to know a person. But when you consider it, kind of think of it, all these years, I've never, not even once, seen her cry. Not for a trivial matter, even when things are tough.
Okay, you can go to her. I'll just show you my drawing next time.
Thank you. Remind me to buy you a huge glass of parfait, all right?
Ooh, I'd go for a parfait. I don't think. Oh no, I've had a parfait before. It's crepes that I've never had before. I've always wanted to try one of those crepes. Dude, that would be really great for us at 22 was. Oh god, yeah, they would be a menace. They shut the parfaits, hell yeah!
I'll get a stomachache. Takako says so. A small one is okay.
I'll remember that. Say hi to your friend for me.
My face sounds good as fuck, right? Grieves.
I will. I'm sure she'd love to meet you too. See you, Miss Pink.
Strawberry for both, poor
I'll see you later, Kylie.
London Bridge is falling.
No, not again! She doesn't look back and wait for any sort of goodbye from me. With a song and an extra spin in her step, she runs across the corridor with as much spirit only a child her age can have. Oh, thank God, I actually stopped. No, that's not right! As if the conversation has never taken any downhill turn for her at all. So there isn't a single thing to worry about in the world. Not long after, she disappears behind the door, leaving behind strains of an old familiar rhyme lingering in the air. Carefree, unbidden, untroubled moments like this, I envy her. And as I resume my hurried pace, a tiny whisper at the back of my mind wishes the same could be said of myself and my own worries. Oh, dear Jesus. That's help! Say name is Rebecca Pink? No, I think that's just what the child calls us. I'm pretty sure. No, we're Rebecca Gales. Oh, we're 29 years old. 5'5" history teacher. Nice. Okay, I'm not gonna go look at that other stuff. I remember this song. It really did sound right. It's weird. That's like maybe a small city, but it's no stranger to hellish rush hour traffic. But surprisingly, getting out of the city today proves more of a breeze than a hassle. A relief, considering how none of the calls to Isabella have made it through. Either the reception's really bad over there, or she's ignoring them on purpose. Both does nothing to ease the disquiet to me. maybe a question, but what's this game about? Okay, so we're actually pretty far into it, like maybe a little bit above halfway by now, but quick recap for anyone that hasn't been here. Okay, so the story starts off, so we have 7 different characters. So we started off, we went in order. So we started off as Isabella, and honestly we could just kind of revolve everything around Isabella. So she came from the Philippines. She's working in this town, and her friends are Rebecca, Ashton, and Zachary. And she works as a realtor. Recapping! So she works as a house realtor. So she got this big project to sell the Ermengarde mansion. The story starts off with, it's like, oh, this is a creepy ass place, don't fuck with it. Like, it's been passed down for years and no one wants to live in it. There's a fucking reason. So she and her co-worker Rose has a job to sell this house. And so before the open house day, she goes into the attic trying to find Rose, because Rose apparently answered her phone and said she was in the attic. It wasn't actually Rose, apparently. So she gets to the attic, and we find a letter that says a string of like "help me" on it, and then it became a chain letter: send this or show this to 5 people or else. So which I'm assuming those kids wrote on it, which actually is a kind of funny detail. So she finds that, and then the ghost lady appears and is like coming towards us. She gets out of there, accidentally falls down the stairs and bumps her head. So we're going through the open house, and that's where we count Hannah and Luke, right? Who are 2 rich people, apparently the most powerful rich people in Luxborn, the town we're in. And they decide to just share by the house. Marianne is their interior designer. So ever since Isabella found that fucking letter, shit has been going afuck. Everyone is seeing the ghost lady around, has been terrorizing them, bringing out their past and shit like that. So now we're on Rebecca, and I guess we're gonna find out what haunts her. I guess is we got a little glimpse into everyone else. I feel like a little like beforehand, but I feel like there's not really much going on with Rebecca, That's my house. Yep. Welcome back, Sire. How you doing tonight? Rest of my drive passes without much incident as soon as I'm out the busy streets. In less than 30 minutes, the mansion looms ahead of me. All the fuss Isabella made about the house remains a thing of beauty. Unlike Luxborn, the state and the nearby Anselm village stand as its complete opposite. Living and breathing the songs of the old, whispers of once booming haven lingering in the air. Contemporary conveniences aside, it's a place I'm glad modernization hasn't wholly touched.
It's just a shame the locals know more of the silly hearsay than the history itself. If I could only knock some sense into these people.
We're not super busy, we're nice. We're gonna end the story with Luke. God, I hope not. I hope it goes back to Isabella, or maybe just like a, third person type thing, where we just kind of see everyone. This a recap? Absolutely. Sadly, playing is all I can afford to do. As much as I want to give them a piece of my mind, it isn't why I'm here. I don't think these rich types will appreciate getting a lecture from me either. I have as much business with them as they have with me. With a heavy sigh, I give myself one last second to take in the scenery before heading up the main entrance. Most of the guests are already heading out, though some still linger. It's mainly just to take photos of the house's facade or its various rooms. Oh, rich people. You're also Daryl. Thank you so much. Thank you. I paused for a moment, scanning the small crowd gathered at the foyer, looking for any sign of that familiar ponytail among the sea of hats and heads.
No sign of her.
No sign of the other staff or Miss Cooper either. I could certainly look for Isabella on my own, but in a place this big? I'd be lucky if I didn't end up lost or find her before we need to meet with Zachary and Ash tonight. Sighing, I reach for my mobile and redial her number, the gesture familiar now after so many attempts earlier. If she doesn't answer, I can still try contacting Miss Cooper. I just hope the network reception will cooperate this time. This side of the country has never been popular with the tech savvy after all. My relief, it only took 3 unsuccessful tries. At the 4th one, Reyes is about to switch to another intercept message. The line finally rings. Silence follows while I wait for it to pick up the ringing going far too long for my taste. And now, most of the visitors have already cleared out. I only have a accompany are the faint murmurs and an eerie calmness left in their wake, Jesus. A silent hush settles and gives way to noise louder than they're ever meant to be. Doors creaking and slamming shut in some distant part of the mansion, floorboards groaning under the sheer weight of the house's history. In the now empty hall, they all reverberate with special clarity against the walls. Like this, those little stories seem to almost have a ring of truth to it. I don't, Jesus Lord, get this stop! I don't get to stray far into the ugly line of thought, however. Now a second, thank you. A second later, a click sounds from the other end.
Hello? Isabella? Miss Cooper called earlier and...
Their houses are making it coming in, that's very fair. Maybe you got your secret passage. Oh god, I hope so. Ah, fuck. Alright, right?
Isabella? Belle? Are you alright?
Not anywhere the call gets cut off. Piercing notes blare sharply against the heavy silence, but above the noise coming through the mute air remain the faint cries of a woman. From beyond the foyer, my hands fall to my side as I cast a weary look around, waiting for someone to come running. Surely I can't be the only one here hearing this. There must still be some staff hanging around, checking things out, but no one does, not even when her sobs turn more frantic and anguished.
Excuse me? Hello?
What was that sound? Are you okay? That's anguish!
Who's there?
What's there? That's some unique sounds. Say hey, Dean Davis!
Isabella? Isabella? Is that you?
No answer. Growing anxious and a little nauseous. Kinda lightheaded. I amble over where her cries come from, each step slow and cautious, towards the door on the other end of the room. When I'm far from someone who readily gives in to fear or stories lacking factual basis, the vague, restless feeling I had earlier immediately returns to me. And despite myself, my heart begins to race and my breathing quickens, but not too fast. I think I'm breathing in something bad.
Belle, it's me. Miss Cooper called. Is everything okay?
Abruptly, all of it stops. My whole body tenses, mouth dragging in a ragged breath, ears straining for any other sound yet to come from the other side. But nothing follows. Megan, how you good? Thank you for asking. Glad you're doing good. She's a fuck. She says you're right. Everyone, why's everyone going a bit mental this game? That's what ghosties do, I guess. Instead, the quiet only lends itself to the heavy tension in the air, as if every small movement will disturb the fragile stillness hanging in the room. What the air on home? I am out the second that ambient noises got dude, right? I wait for another second. Then, with a caution, I reach for the knob. My fingers barely graze the brass handle when a hand falls on my shoulder.
Excuse me. Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
No, it's a...
Still reeling, my gaze shifts back to the door, as if any second now the cries will start again or whoever's inside will burst out of the room. But I don't get to dwell on these. The woman's worried voice breaks through the haze in my mind again, always soothing in the thick of my unease. Even if the concerned look comes from a total stranger, finally being in the company of someone else is somehow comforting.
Ma'am? Are you okay?
You can't? Oh no, she's already been in the story and she's technically kind of like dead right now. Who are you?
Oh, no, I'm fine. This is probably just...
Yo, dude, hey, Muffin, how you doing, mate? I think I'm doing pretty good. What's her name? Yeah, I suppose, the co-worker oh my god, Isabella. They get their hair those colors, I assume dye. Or anime.
No need. I'm actually looking for a friend.
I wave the mobile in front of her, like the gesture alone explains everything. Vaguely, I know my tight grip on it and quickly slip it into my pocket before she notices. She doesn't need to know.
Well, I'm not really sure if your friend would still be here. We're actually about to close the open house in a few minutes, ma'am.
No worries. She's not a guest here. She works for Briar Realty. Miss Cooper called me earlier. In fact, I'm also looking for her.
Recognition flashed in her eyes, and her radiant expression dissolves into a smile at once. It's all I need to know that I don't have to look everywhere or look elsewhere or venture deeper into the mansion on my own. In some way, I'm not too keen on the ladder right now. Mommy?
Oh, Miss Rebecca Gale, is
Thank
it?
you for the fur beaver. Thank you. How you doing, you know?
Yes. Sorry if I'm a bit late.
Bless you, thank you.
It's not a problem. I was busy with the open house and a few clients anyway. It's actually a good thing you came when you did. Let's see. Isabella should be here somewhere. I told her to stay put earlier. That girl never listens.
Rose? Rosie, may I have a minute? There's just this one little thing before we go.
The second that she was talking about me, I was like, don't ever call me that again. Miss Cooper's head immediately snaps up at the voice. In a blink, a different kind of smile spreads on her face. A smile still friendly even, but the kind given mainly for the sake of pleasing other people rather than making friends.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be there in a few.
It's an impressive thing to say the least. I think that's very well, so I'll get him out of loop. Oh, nice! Wait, how'd you do the glitch? What'd you do? The level of professionalism. Oh, damn, can you buy the house then? With all that money? I suppose working years in this kind of business changed you enough to be able to pull that off without batting an eye. It certainly didn't seem to have rubbed off on Isabella, though.
Sorry, could you give me a second? I have to take care of this.
I understand. Go on.
Don't worry about it. I understand. I can wait a few more minutes.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh my god! Dude! Oh my god! I'm a fucking wizard!
Clients, right?
Clients?
You won't hear anything from me. Priorities, you know?
Favorite tattoo, right? Oh my god. How do you do it? I don't know. It's a talent. Thank you, God.
But if you want, you can stay at the parlor in the meantime. I think we have a few refreshments left.
No, I don't think the parlor is safe anymore. You might want to leave too. She reminds of the craft, right? And of the crap. That my game just sync up, dude, right? And this
No,
one
thank you.
works
I'm
so
going
well
out
with
with a
my
few friends
asshole.
after this. Isabella's supposed to join us too. But that depends on how she's doing, of course.
Alright, this won't be long, I promise.
She tells me a project a little before sauntering over the small group gathered at the entrance. A couple or siblings and another woman, probably their secretary. Either way, they looked no different from the other guests. All three of them primly dressed, albeit in a manner significantly simpler than the others. No frills, no extravagance of any form. But their gestures and movements alone speak volumes of their ingrained lifestyle. In their presence, I do what I can to appear inconspicuous on my side of the foyer. You don't get a dead guardian in the Hyrule Castle, because some of them drop shit that can be sold. Anyway, you get your dead guardian, and with anything that's in metal, you push it away from the castle until it starts dropping guardian gears, or cores, or whatever, then you grab them. What the fuck? There's a grab out of a window. Let's see. Maybe accepting Miss Cooper's offer would have been a much better choice than standing around awkwardly and gaping at them. As two-timing goes, this series is easily the most on point ever. Dude, right? Like, it's insane. Dude, this game is just so good. It's good for my butt. It's good. It's not so good for my throat. I get so tired after stream talking this long. I'm talking this much because I feel like it's like more non-stop than I usually non-stop, you know? So, house wheels are the essence of life. It's shrill. Thank you so much for keeping me hydrated. Thank you. Thank you so much for the hoover. Thank you. I love playing Fortnite while lurking. Thank you so much for the lurk, Iki. I appreciate it. Thank you. I hope your Fortnite is going well. Okay, so the 2 class? That's perfectly fine. But I will say and warn that, you know, on, or I guess really on any of my content other than for comps, you know. It is things other than Toots, so we try to not hyper-focus on it, so, you know, if that is all you want to watch for, then that's perfectly fine. But we do not make that the sole focus of shoot. Not price of me, right? A whole lot of reading. There is a whole lot of reading. Oh my god. God, can't win on our first. Oh, nice! You're welcome. I don't. Just thank me, goddammit! If he was talking, imagine playing the Chelsea and she reached has like 1 million words. Well, maybe that won't be a stream thing then. My favorite guy, you're hilarious. Thank you so much. Thank you. Just enough. Please don't have it. Chill. Hey, you said the talking a lot thing. I feel like it's a little more strenuous for this because I'm constantly talking. There's a lot to read, and I feel like I have to have a lot more control over how I say things, you know, because there are moments of like more like, you know, calm, more hype shit, you know, stuff like that, you know. With like slight getting into the mood of speaking the shit. So I feel like with that, maybe it's just taking a little bigger toll than usual. Because I feel like, especially with visual novels and shit, like I get so much more tired faster. Even though, yeah, I do usually just talk all the time. Patrick, this is a Patrick money. What should I say? Isn't there? What's a good adjective here? Give me a nice adjective. That's so fucking long. Yeah, that's why I'm just like, yo, like, I love RPGs and whatnot. Nice and red. It's a time to chat and talk to you for sure, especially with that. With that in mind, is all right. Also attempting my best not to listen in on their conversation. Although that one proves more difficult with how enthusiastic the blonde woman is. Her voice easily echoes, Jesus, through the walls, with only the 5 of us here. Pretty soon, I find myself being drawn into their talk without meaning to. It's Riki, so I haven't played them? Well, that's very fair. I have heard a lot of people not actually like cussing, so it's like, why would I like this thing that takes me out of playing the game that I want to play, you know? It's just like, that is a very interesting
Tomorrow? First thing in the morning? First thing in the morning, ma'am.
That is actually one of my complaints though for Pokemon. Is like, I don't mind cutscenes, but it's like, why aren't there like voice acted cutscenes more nowadays? Especially in something as big as Pokemon that can definitely afford to have it. The mundane talk isn't what catches my attention, however.
Very well. We'll have our lawyers prepare everything as soon as possible. Let's make this whole thing easier for everyone, shall we? Just let me know if there's anything you need from me. You know how to contact me, yes?
With so many cutscenes. People that just don't watch cutscenes or read the dialogues at all. I feel like that's really tough to like get context though, right?
Got your mobile number saved here already.
I guess if you don't really care about the story and like all you really care about is like gameplay and the look of things and sure, then like, okay, I can see that. What play are you playing? Oh, nice! So we're in the midst of our Pokemon playthrough. It's my second playthrough. But we're going through Pokemon as well right now. I gotta get back to that, but I'll probably get back to it after I finish this, after this gig, because like, this is so good. But yeah, I opted out for the style choices. They have voice acting before. I don't think they've had voice acting before, but I didn't know if they actually had a reason for it. And if that's the reason, I could see that. I would also think, as you know, Pokemon likes to do, or Nintendo likes to do, to make excuses for why, you know, their quality isn't as good as it could be. Especially for, you know, how big a company they are and how expensive their shit is nowadays, you know? I can totally see that just as being a fucking excuse. I mean, look at the, you know, why don't we have fucking all the Pokemon? Why do the graphics kind of like shit? Roblox looks better than this, you know? It's like, and especially for something like Arceus, you know, where there's like, oh, we're just testing this to see if we can do this on a wide scale. It's like, yes, you can do this on a wide scale, because you have Breath of the Wild. It's literally the same fucking thing. Yes, you can. Also, even if you didn't have that as an example, you're Nintendo. Yes, you can. Oh, was that Detective Pikachu? Oh, or Detective Pokemon? Oh, okay, I got you. Was it good? Probably, I'd imagine Nintendo would probably splurge a little on good voice acting, maybe?
Good. It's just a matter of time, then.
Yeah, have voice acting Pokemon Master too, so it's just kind of odd choice. Oh, okay. Oh, just only. What's Pokemon Masters? A brief moment, a fleeting shift in my
One day
eye.
for us, Marianne.
As long as you're positive, we
Peach
won't be
is
having
really
any
nice.
problems by that time. You can count on my team.
If I Susie Pass a game, can I have a game that doesn't have hiccup and glitching texture? Dude, right? Like, to me, it is kind of ridiculous. And then you put more shit behind paid DLC. It's like, there's just so much blood sucking going on in the gaming industry lately. I feel like it's like, oh my god. Oh, it's a mobile. Oh, okay. They have the money to just do whatever they want. Well, these those are right, because they have so many people that is gonna fucking gargle their fucking like there's no way they're going to make a bad fucking sale off of that shit, you know? It's writing about it. It literally is. Like, they have so many people sucking their dick that, like, there's no way they're going to, like, not make money off of the bad decisions they do. What the fuck? That's a Pokemon fans. You know. Hey, those are serious, huh? Is there a game of the year? Oh, absolutely. I like how after Baldur's Gate came out, people were just, other game companies like, don't expect our games to be as good as this. And I'm just like, wow. Love it, thank you. So, people out their own notoriety instead of actually playing out quad shit, right?
You worry too much. Let me handle those things. Do be thrilled, though. I imagine it's not every day you get projects like this,
Because not every Pokemon game. I mean, if you enjoy it and you can enjoy it as it is, then that's fucking perfectly fine. Yeah, you do you. But like me personally, it's just kind of like I don't appreciate what Nintendo does, you know. I know people want their games to be complete, right? So many people said with their chest, we're gonna put out fully and finish it right. That's the problem. I mean, I feel like if you recognize, you know, what they do, and you're kind of, you know, you recognize it, and you're just kind of like, well, I don't mind the game as is, and I'm fine paying this much. Then it's like, it's kind of like whatever and shit. I feel like it's kind of like when people are willing to pay that shit, and they're willing to defend what Nintendo does to their fucking core, you know? Oh, this guy, hi, how you doing, Naruto? Oh, Game Boy Plus to play Nintendo Fire Emblem. Oh, nice! Nice to have a fully immersive game that I don't have to pay for DLC. Oh my god, right? Paid DLC is just like, it's so like, to me, you know? Because games as is are just so expensive. And, right, their shit is ass. Like, as long as you can admit it, but you're just fine paying that because, you know, you like the games. And that's perfectly fine. I absolutely love Violet. I thought it was a vast improvement over a lot of the recent Pokemon games. Like, absolutely, you know, do you, because that's just more enjoyment for you. It's just when people are just, like, so hell-bent that they're not doing anything, you know, bad with their decision-making. It's just like, no, that's not true. They are kind of seasoned now, unfortunately. I'm on a Nintendo game so live. I do love Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot. Oh, hell, wait, is that Nintendo? It's being one of those people that just can't accept that there may be a flaw in something they like. Right, exactly. We all have our own taste. It's absolutely fine if you want to buy that, because I mean, my friend bought it. For me, my friends bought it, and just like, hell yeah, absolutely. I didn't want One Piece to be a part, honestly, though. And the inside, I turn my keys on them, I see it.
Oh, I'm certain Mint's ecstatic, Buttercup.
Dude, wait, guys, you see it? He's got like this dark aura around him again. That we fucking seen before. This time I'm really paying full price of games like with the wallet, and the can because I actually finished, not to see one on how they saw. Oh, actually, no. Like, I totally agree. I think Breath of the Wild, and I don't know anything about Tears of the Kingdom other than it looks like Breath of the Wild. And like the most people say about it is like they made this giant statue with a flamethrower penis, you know, which I can't say how much that bodes for its story, but like definitely those are actual like games. And I feel like, Yeah, Pokemon is one of their biggest, if not the biggest asset to Nintendo. And I feel like, one, they really shouldn't just dump everything onto Game Freak, or I think it's Game Freak, right? That, to make it. Because I'm sure that's not the case with Zelda, or, you know? Oh, Stella says, oh hi, let's all become a pirate crew! Yeah, that shower sure has been throwing me off for the longest time, right? He's got the dark, he do got the darkness. I think he's a bitch? That's a rich man's, oh that's a rich man's, right? You creaking? I don't think so, no. Wait, he's literally exuding, he really is!
Aren't you, Marianne? You know, we could all celebrate this with a few drinks. Why don't we?
Dude, he is so pushing his boundaries. It's like he's pushing it. Marianne's gonna beat the shit out of him, I swear. Give me a noise. Yeah, this has a key marriage in Maven, right? I am too. Like the way he said it, I don't know.
In fact, there's this really excellent
Oh my
Irish pub I
God.
visited a few days ago.
For context, when we played at Marianne, this married bitch-ass man, had intercourse with Marianne, saying he was single and all that shit. And now he's bringing it up again. Sorry about that. Can you please send that? Yes, God, I'm trying. Lumi, Mari at twitch.tv. So, who's better? Game Freak could make a Pokemon game, not to diss on Game Freak. Maybe Game Freak needs more than one cheat. Exactly, that's the thing. It's like they put all of their shit onto Game Freak and then they gave them tiny deadlines to fulfill. And like, I feel like that's half the reason why Pokemon games are kind of falling flat, is because they don't give them enough time. Because I'm sure they have the capability. It's just they gotta work with this tiny ass time frame. Elijah, he is such an unfaithful dickhead. Exactly. What a joke. Exactly. I just get the inheritance. Nah, it's too late. We had the yum prize. Oh snap. Hovering over his shoulders, drawn to him like a moth to a flame, a dark blur. No, a shadow.
I think I'll pass on that, sir.
Wait, it's getting all
I
like
have
muffly.
More important matters to attend to.
Darling, your liver.
It's so active right now.
You already had a glass today, and apparently a few days ago as well.
Blessy Pilot, thank you. I don't know. I'm guessing maybe it's from the like aura shit or my shit. I don't know. Someone's shit is fucking with the audio clearly. Oh yeah, my best is I said game speed show. That'll be 2 years. But it's like these people don't realize quality of fucking alright. But he goes, they get away with it. This is the first time you have this darkness, is that right? Things get fast, hell yeah. This gets out after this time.
Do we have to remind you? Doctor's orders, remember?
Right, Diamond? Let me something loom.
What a shame. You never let me do anything fun.
As I tried to make sense of it, a heavy feeling descends over my whole body. It happens without warning, forcing me to close my eyes. The sensation creeps to every part of me, crawling under my skin and draining me little by little of any strength. I know it, my hand is gripping the nearby door for support. Some nausea drowns out their voices and what little sound there is. All except for the whispers and laughter. Oh shit. Judging, mocking, taunting. Muffled, inaudible words bearing down on me like a death sentence. They wrap around my neck and limbs, binds tightening with every syllable, every utterance. And with every draw of breath I take, they drag me down slowly, also painfully into a bottomless pit. On, and on, and on. The sounds turn into mere distant echoes, until suddenly it shatters.
Well, what are we waiting for? Are we done here?
Tours? It's speaking in 1930s. No, the radio lower right? Are they all rich? These two are rich. The blonde people on the left, she is not really, I guess, like middle class. She's like, I guess, like a little more like the upper class kind of, you know? It was great, that right? The radio novel. Check out, Casey's pretty polished and so yeah, I love it. Come on and on and on. His voice whips through the fog like a sharp blade, and my eyes will snap open. When I look to them again, it's gone.
Just a second, darling. Send my regards to Isabel, please. Poor girl. Please let her know she doesn't have to worry and tell her to get some rest. Anyway, we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Likewise, ma'am.
Hey, glasses. I always hate saving it too, be fucking. Good. No shadows or dark clouds, only amicable smiles and cordial handshakes. The usual pleasantries as Miss Cooper leads them out the mansion like a graceful host. None of the coop seems to have noticed it, and even as I force my breathing to calm down, I keep my eyes trained on their backs and wait for something to happen, it doesn't come back. She returns a moment later. Gently, she closes the great doors behind her, but there's a smile on her lips and an extra skip in her step when she walks back to me. Whatever she was discussing with the group had put her in a good mood. Even she appears to have not observed anything on. Was I just seeing things?
Glad that was over.
Not really making me learn new words, honestly though. My vocabulary is expanding.
It's been a long day. I thought for sure we were going to... hey, are you sure you're doing okay? You look a bit green.
It's all good. I'm actually still recovering from a cold. Weather's been crazy lately.
That must be it. The weather, the stupid cold, the friendly warnings I'm too stubborn to listen to. As much as I hate to admit it, Isabella's right. I was and still am a little feverish when she visited me at school this morning. It hasn't helped, of course, but only some. Although it's not like I can't function, it did get better after lunch and I was going to go through my schedule like usual. Now I'm not sure. However, I can't keep acting like I've seen some sort of apparition when it's anything but. Simply must have listened too many times to Isabella last week. My fever-muddled mind has started to confuse things. If this doesn't let up, I just need another visit to my doctor. Plain and simple. Though I do hope it won't get worse. We did promise to watch Zachary's film together.
I know what you mean. I've been complaining to Isabel.
This one is me sad.
It doesn't seem to affect her much, though. Must be because she grew up in the tropics. Anyway, shall we? She's probably hanging out with the rest of the catering staff.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised she's there. She eats like 10 hungry men when she isn't feeling well. Lead the way.
With a small nod, she gestures to me to follow. I do so without much thought, finally putting everything in the back of my mind. The entire visit took a whole 24 minutes, and my trip to the mansion, as it turns out, is a useless endeavor in itself. Isabella, no longer there, left shortly before I arrived, or at least that's what the defeated staff who saw her assumed. No one knew where she went, but I could take a few guesses. There are only a number of places in Lexington she frequents, and, well, she's never been the complex kind. It doesn't really take a genius to figure it out. Still, it's not like she left on her own. Zach is alive. Last time I was seeing the sheep, he got attacked by some scary-looking Hannah. So we're actually back to the beginning of the story right now with Rebecca's portion of the story. So we're kind of every story kind of has its own time frame, I guess. So we're basically back where Isabella's story was. Could have at least wait for Miss Cooper. It would have saved her having to pay the cabs for her twice today.
And right after she was told to stay put. I mean, who does that?
So back in time each other's character, right? A little. I think Hannah's went forward. So Isabella's, geez, she even looks like a bitch in here. So Isabella's was like, the present, I guess. Hannah's went a little forward. Zach's went a little back, I think. Yeah, a little back, I think. Maria's went a little back before Zach's, I believe, or like during Zach's. Now Rebecca's back to Isabella's story time period. Isabella's going good with you. How you doing tonight? So it's jumping around a lot, definitely. Ooh, wait, this feature shows the outline of your current chapter. Ooh. Okay, never mind. I wanted to see what could have happened, but I'll look at that later. It's a little bitch, shut down! Why are you You're so wrong.
Oh, sod off! You don't own the road!
Damn! I'm gonna fucking eat some sandwich while we do this. In the end, all Miss Cooper could give me were a string of apologies for my trouble and a request to let her know when I find Isabella. Oh, fear to even last long. I probably some more time traveling back and forth. As soon as I was Sammy time. Soon enough, I'm weaving my way back to downtown Luxborn. Very sick, and on top of that, maybe a little annoyed? What about the unexpected turn of events is Isabella herself? I'd rather not think about it for now. Now I'm already running late for Zachary's film. What do you mean? Hey, yo! Wait, Isabella? Don't you mean Rebecca? So I'm pretty sure that that's where we'll find her. No, I'm eating, you know? Just gotta put the food in my mouth and then, you know, turn into like an angry chihuahua. Oh, crap, people are already gathered at the movie house when I get to it. Small avenue where it's located has been closed off early from any passing traffic to make way for the avid moviegoers who are sure to crowd the avenue. Not to park on my street away and walk the remaining distance because of it. Hey, you're right, fucking idiot. Even though it's taking a while in a crowd that's big, but I bet you spot them near the entrance. I'm making sense here, right? You gotta growl at it while you fucking tear it apart. Exactly, mostly. And like I surmised, Isabella's with them.
I knew it.
Wasting no time, march over their little group. Words filled with concern tumble out of my mouth before I can stop myself.
Isabella! Oh, thank goodness.
Sorry, so you know I love you.
Becca, you're just in time.
Now I'm trying to cross her face and I hold her with both hands, but ignoring in favor of getting a good look at her, forcing her to keep still and fix her gaze at me.
Becca, you're squishing my face. How are you? Are you all right? Why wouldn't I be?
There doesn't seem to be any visible injury, nor does she appear to be in pain. Scratch that. Apart from her confused frown at my questions, she looks pretty much like how she would any other day. And so you can't really tell those things with her at first glance. But at first smell... Fuck. Last time she got sick, she never bothered to call anyone, even me, who lives right next door. She never even said, "Excuse me." What a bitch! If I had checked on her then, she probably would have died on her bed with the rest of us, none the wiser. More like a risk. You enjoy your nose. Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Where we can learn to work and play and get along with each other. You gotta listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm, to the melody. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better. We're working together. It's a simple message, and it comes from the heart. I can't sandwich. Well, that's the place to start. Start and I say, hey, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. We can learn to work and play and get along with each other. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Hey!
Hey, TW!
Hey! Sorry, I did actually almost choke during that. Oh, God. It's one thing we laugh about now. Thank you for keeping me out of here. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry. I did have a sandwich in my mouth. Oh my God. What do you laugh now moments like those also teaches you something about a person. Reading is giving me more reason to constantly worry about her. No, thank you for the pass. Thank you. And the more a familiar name comes up, and no one considers right now are completely baseless.
Rose called me earlier.
Research is swiftly changing as gently as she can. Isabella pushes my hand away. Yeah, even before she says anything, I already have a hunch how this whole thing will play out.
Oh, no. Everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
And then and there, the whole conversation goes down as I've imagined. He dodges my hand when I reach for the back of her head and continue to check the side injury myself. Even makes a show of hiding behind Zachary just to avoid me. Instantly, it was supposed to be a simple inquiry. This wasn't a shameless game of tag. Not chasing like none of us can be bothered to act like the full-grown adults we're all supposed to. Like, tag's fun though. Including Ashton. I won't put it past Isabella, but Ash, out of everyone? In fact, that stupid smirk on his face tells me anything. He finds this whole mess amusing. Is she hit? Is I doing right? Oh, for the love of...
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Wow, thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
So I'm trying to get my other sandwich, Chaz.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
In a moment's pause, my hand still is midair as my attention shifts to Ashton and the words he leaves hanging between the four of us. He doesn't meet my eye. I don't think he's even aware of what he said. But the meaning in each syllable alone is clear, and they echo, they sting, they burn, like gonorrhea.
Sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Of course. Why else would Isabella leave on her own after being told to stay put? Why that little chat about money this morning? Something close to silence falls while I mull over their words, both what's already been said and what's left unspoken. When I do find my voice, it only reads with nothing but bitter, unpleasant thoughts. As I quickly snap out before they surface, as I hide the best I can in the deepest parts of my mind, locking it away for no one to see.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least. Good.
I keep out of you rule the day! Yet, try as I might, the green-eyed monster easily rears its ugly head. Like it always does every time his gaze lingers a second longer. Every time he smiles in a manner far too gentle, far too sincere whenever he thinks no one can see. Every time my mind suggests his words mean more than they should. Every small, little thing. Despite what he says, despite his tone.
Look, you guys.
I know, it may just be the same kind of fondness born from friendship. He used to be overthinking like he often tells me, or maybe there really is something there. But in his short display of impatience, I know the whole of it is just for show. After all, growing up together with him didn't teach me nothing about him. For whose sake it is this time, though? For him? For Zachary? For her? Or for me? Damn, she can't even say her name! That I can't tell.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
Sorry, sandwich. My mouth opens and snaps shut, almost as quickly, forming a thin, hard line instead. Can't respond, not because there's nothing to say. On the contrary, there's plenty. So many things I can use to reason and get him to agree. But because he speaks with such certainty, with much reassurance, it feels like there isn't even a choice. All I can give is a long, deep breath and an electric nod in the face of it. If I could get a grip of myself and my own weakness, the mood immediately shifts and I'm being tackled into a hug.
Thanks, Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Did you say something?
Chili!
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
A lie, obviously. What else can it be? Each and every smile, a tiny effort to keep things as they are, or so I tell myself. Little do I know this is merely a preamble. Starts out quietly and without fanfare, amidst friendly jibes and harmless teasing, with a scrap of paper floating harmlessly to the ground. I don't know, it's suspiciously like a cheap Halloween prank no matter how you look at it. And yet, despite how ludicrous it all is, Isabella stubbornly insists, as if our whole life depends on acknowledging the truth in her story. Do you realize how absurd she sounds now? Fibbins, even my students wouldn't fall for this.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
Doesn't give me time to regret, nor think over my choice of words. From there, it escalates, goes into an argument too petty even for our standards as adults. Before we know it, one after another, harsh, scathing words are being spoken. You know, they mention being adults a lot in this game, and I feel like there's a very odd perspective on adulthood. At least from my point of view.
It's not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up.
There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing.
I think middle school is like that. I feel like... well, okay, so I have a weird perspective on adulthood. I feel like there's not actually like a point in which we necessarily become adults. My thought on adulthood is, you know, when you're learning, you're bettering yourself and shit. I feel like there's not really a stopping point in life where you're not learning and you're not, you know, growing and being better. I don't think there's really like a set point in adulthood. But that being said, I feel like you can't really define adulthood with like these actions of just being, you know, having fun and shit, you know? Like, as they say, like, you know, running around playing tag or something. It's like, does being adult mean you can't have fun anymore? That's what they say. Nothing you should get to adults. Right, exactly. So like, oh, if you're adult, you can't believe in fucking, you know, these, in the supernatural, you can't, blah, blah, whatever the hell. You're just like, what? Yeah, I thought kind of a lot more freeform than what this makes out. Right? It's just like, it's so stringent. It's like, when we're younger, we usually use adulthood as working to find a lot, sorta. Really not like that. Exactly, you know? I feel like it's a lot more, you know, free-spirited than a lot of people would imagine. That really funny definition of adulthood they seem to follow. Right? It's just like, I feel like these are not good logics to follow. Or to be these guys' line of logic. At least they're just like, oh, what you gonna do, I guess?
We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
Yeah, maybe we should make a point that Isabella, the one kind of seen as the most childish in the group, is kind of one more, you know, seeing things, for lack of better terms, like just as they are. Someone has to be patient in all this, and however much my own has already been freed earlier, there's no one else. Who else I can deal with someone selfishly acting like a kid? There we go. Like every time it has to be me. You know, I thought I'd grow some sympathy for Rebecca playing through her storyline. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care about her even more.
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
I don't see the age or excuse to believe that there's no room for them to grow. They already know. Oh my god, right? And there's so many people in their 30s and their 40s that I find to be actually some of the most immature people I've fucking met. And it's actually kind of insane. I didn't see a character in this. She is indeed a character. It's just reinforcing the kind of shitty pressure, right?
Don't bother.
Just like that, she cuts us off, slams the door right in our faces while my own temper flares before I can stop it. Although it falters briefly at the hard expression on her, when she smashes the glass of paper from Ashley, I hold on to it. That is how upset she appears, tired expression and balled fist. Throwing a tangent is simply unacceptable. What? I'm sorry, I'm just like, I'm so taken aback at every line from Rebecca. It's like, there's lettuce in my crotch. And it's like, what? How do you expect her to react when her four closest friends, she has no one else here in the city but these four, and these are the only people that she can rely on, and they're not listening to her. And like, honestly, I can't even call this a tantrum. Like, they refuse to listen. She's stopping it. That's really all it is. Like, what, does she show emotion? And dear God, that's not very adult of you? Like, I don't get it. It's sad, so it can be really hard once you get really, when you kind of get set in your ways. Yeah, I get to see her act like a brat in first person. It doesn't really redeem her anyway. Fucking right. Can't wait to make her lonely. It's such an odd term, especially when I face her videos. I like to. Exactly. Like, there's definitely some things that I can say are like childlike bullshit, you know? Like high school drama shit. I love the term high school drama. But this shit, like, you know, just like, oh, running around having fun, just, you know, like, no, like, what? This is bullshit. Simply unacceptable. For a grown woman at that. Words form at the tip of my tongue ready, but before I can open my mouth and let it all out, something else comes out. Oh God, what's that smell? Her feelings and mistakes be damned. Zachary reads a voice of his own.
Guys!
A warning underneath the warm and hopeful beat in his voice. We all stop and look at him, and even my own anger subsides a little at his tone, but the smell never will. You guys are dead. You guys are fucked. Good luck outliving the ghost.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her. And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together?
You're an outsider. It may sound like a desperate request, but Zachary has always been the one to keep a level head over petty squabbles. This time's no different. He knows what to say, and when he lets it fall, they only ring sharp and true.
We haven't seen each other for months.
I'd
really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat.
Deployed, yes. Oh, sorry, I accidentally tapped out.
Please.
And as careful as he is with his own tone, it does make me feel ashamed. We're supposed to be here for him, to give what little support we can give, yet here he is trying to keep the three stubborn people from outright hashing it out in public. Later we can and will talk about it, of course. It's a proper time and place for it, and at the moment my anger and whatever reprimands it carries no longer matter. Beside me, Ashton appears to have already caught on. The lines of his shoulders eased to something much more relaxed. His expression back to his usual nonchalance. Not nonchalance. Isabella, however, she stands perfectly still, her hands clasping the scraps of her bag like a lifeline, eyes trained at some point near her shoes. There's no anger in her face, only an undeniable hurt. But she's never been good at hiding what she thinks. Always the open book. Always the one to wear her heart out in the open. And when she looks up, her answer is also simple.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
Her lips are curled up in a smile. Though lacking both its usual brightness and glee, it's a smile, nothing less. I've seen it countless of times. It's the very same one she would show me when she knows has no other choice. Or simply when things get tough for her. Despite everything I already know about her, it still catches me off guard. In all honesty, I expected her to run, to balk at the first sign of losing this time. I won't even be surprised. At 26, she is the youngest among the rest of us, less experienced, less accustomed to dealing with trivial quarrels like this. I'm sorry. What? Yet here she is, holding herself and coping with it like how she would with matters concerning her family. Outside that, to me, she has always been this childish, naive girl, and watching the opposite play out right now, Somehow I find it difficult to wrap my head around it.
All right, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
But I envy her.
What was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one.
Oh, don't cry.
Stop it!
I envy her spirit, her warmth, her pussy that Ashton desires, and her cheer. The shine in her eyes when she looks at the world, how everything seems to simply fall back to a pleasant, lively rhythm with her around. How easily and tightly her pussy, she fits into our lives, even without bonds, only long years could forge, like a lost piece of puzzle, despite her jagged edges and her smooth. How she draws people to her with ease. How Ashton of all people can be drawn to her, drawn to that silky sweet pussy!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
Scaredy pussy!
That too. If you repeat that, I swear I'll...
I didn't get it right. Oh my god.
Let's just go.
Make no effort keeping the burriness of my tone. I let it seep, linger stiffly in the air as I avert my gaze from them. What the fuck? I'm just reading between the lines. From their playful banter, their friendly teasing remarks, and Ashton's tender, affectionate smiles. All before the stabbing aches in my heart changes to something too painful to bear. It's all in my head, is what I often tell myself. Yet the way my heart rends at just the sight of them hurts. Like a coward, I walk away from all of it, taking with me a small hope the movie will distract me away from these thoughts. Because, like this, easy to find something to hate in her. Damn. Jessica's already given way tonight when we leave the film fast, sorry. Fan fucking. Unfortunately, it does nothing to improve my mood like I am hoping. Neither does the muggy air that greases upon stepping back into the noisy streets. I think after all this time, the smell will have subsided. Oh my fucking god! Too busy. Too loud. Too many people talking, taking that what little space the sidewalk offers, forces anyone to bump shoulders with those they barely know, let alone care about. On a normal evening, I probably wouldn't have minded the crowd nor the humid weather. It's not like any of them are bothering anyone. And yet, even with what's admittedly a pleasant company, I can't bring myself to lighten up.
See you guys some other time.
Yeah, see ya.
Not even to return the smell. I'll smell you later. We go our separate ways. Perhaps it started with Miss Cooper's caller earlier than that. Maybe even the moment I left bed this morning. Bloody hell, it could have been because of that sodding letter for all I know. Couldn't care less at this point. Something is really giving me indigestion. All I want is to get a warm bath, sleep, and wait for this dreadful day to end. Make some Pepto-Bismol. Now, if only Isabel will stop babbling, then maybe this dull throbbing at the side of my head won't turn into a full-blown headache, too. That's aggressive, thank you! I'm jealous of her letter, but I'm not to smell you later! Got him! Fucking idiot!
Zach did a pretty good job with his movie, didn't he? Even though Ash said he ran into some trouble late into filming. But I knew he had it in him. It's not like I didn't believe he couldn't do it. I mean, did you see his face after the credits rolled? All those months he worked on this, and everything's finally...
You weren't even watching.
Damn.
Only the first minutes. I watched the rest of it, I swear.
Yes, that's unblockable heavy attack, right?
Besides, Ashton was the one who wouldn't stop asking questions.
Well, why do we still need to talk about this then? I liked it. Ash liked it. You liked it.
God damn.
Shouldn't you be telling that to Zachary in person? I'm sure he'll appreciate it better than I ever will.
God damn, bitch! Damn, right?
I know that, but maybe there's something you want to say? Zach had you check the scripts before he went through everything, didn't he? You also worked on it, even if it was only for a short time. Maybe you want to...
How about bother waiting for the rest. The moment I spot my car, I immediately make a quick beeline for it. Knowing her, this is merely another attempt at starting a conversation, just so we have something to fill the dead air, to replace the strained atmosphere we somehow walked into. One thing, the very thing, I'm not too keen to deal with that present. Behind me, Isabella also changed her pace to match mine. Saw strides going brisk and uneven in order to catch up. So while part of me half expects she'll suddenly trip. She's not the clumsy sort, but there are definitely times that she could be the least coordinated person on the planet.
Becca, hey! Oh no. Wait for me!
People wonder why I worry? Not really completely unfounded, once you've already grown familiar with her habits. But right now, this is also at the very end of the list of things I want to think about. Sometimes it does become overbearing. Even her voice as she calls after me sounds nothing more than background noise to my ears now.
Rebecca, slow down, will you? Your car's not going to leave without us.
Like a ridiculous Miss Kratos, right? Becca, please! Something's filling my lungs! I can't breathe! I can't run!
The sooner we get on the road, the earlier we can get home. It's Friday, in case you didn't notice.
I know what day it is, but the traffic's not going to magically disappear, even if we go there right now.
It will now.
I don't want to hear that from you. Didn't you used to complain how horrendous the traffic is back home for you?
Yeah? But that doesn't have anything to do with this, Becca.
You're right, we are. Oh. You just Isabella be child, do right?
Okay. What do you want to do then? Wait it out?
It's fine. Oh,
What?
shit, it is. Oh,
I
it's
just
for
want
36
to go
more minutes and me
home,
too.
Isabella. If you want to stay out here longer, I won't stop you. But leave me out of it. I'm not up for any other foolish excursions tonight.
God damn, bitch.
I wasn't thinking about an excursion. I want to go home too. It's already late. It's just that you've been in this prickly mood since earlier. Are you really okay? Was it the cold? Or did something happen at school? Do you want to talk about it?
Mom Poswells and holds everything she's been meaning to ask from the very start. I'm in no mood, but all the same, my hands stop short of unlocking my car. My grip on the handle tightens. I feel her eyes boring on me, waiting, hoping patiently for an answer I give. She's the same as Zachary, they're bad liars. But when you talk to people like them, if you're not careful, they often leave you with no other choice but to admit the truth. Those exact same ones I can't voice. So you know I love you. That was way too nice all of Becca's shit, dude, right? Makes someone feeling terrified of her over something and she gives some shit for the rest of the night, dude, right? When I lack a response, she pushes on surprisingly. This time her tone is quieter and more tentative than usual.
Was it because of the letter?
I don't like Becca either! Like, I hate playing as her, I was dreading playing as her, and I just don't like playing as her. The one question, much like the rest of this talk, is something is how she says it irks me.
If it is, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to cause a scene. I did see something in the mansion, though. I wasn't lying about that.
I think she wants to take this. I no longer want to hear a word of it, not at this minute, preferably never. Especially when there are already a million other things buzzing and prodding inside my head. Sometimes my patience can only be tied for so long. I feel like I'm not in the mood to talk will probably be better than the cold cup to me.
And during the open house?
Oh.
Even if there were a lot of people around, there were weird things happening.
I'm genuinely a little surprised. Wait a sec. I figured like trying to fib would not.
And during the open house, even if there were a lot of people around, there were weird things happening.
It is odd that Rebecca actually look at me. Maybe the three biggest asses in the game. I want Ash at least to be with Isabella just for the pure fact that Rebecca likes Ashton. So, what, right? I don't. Okay, I guess let's just go with this, I guess.
I don't know if there was anyone else who noticed, but I heard things. I'm sure it wasn't because I fell down the stairs. Even before that, in the attic.
Isabella.
Yeah?
You have a pet castle, right? Honestly, I don't let it last, only to give myself a small window to breathe, before I lay down the words between us with as much restraint my patience allows, which is not much after everything. I can only hope Isabella will simply take them as they are. She could be stubborn as a mule when she wants to be.
This kind of conversation tonight. Look, it's been a long day. I think this cold also caught up with me, and I'm really exhausted. Can we talk about this some other time?
She blinks, and although disappointment flashes momentarily in her face, she gives me a curtain on. Relief enough for me, perhaps the first time I gently feel it today. As unpleasant as this day has been, seeing something go the way I've anticipated takes the edge out of it. I would love if after all this, Isabella changes her emergency contact to Ashton. Even if lying through my teeth had to go with it, why is that the good option? I don't get it.
Oh, alright. You should have just said so. I told you should have taken a full week off. Were you able to get the meds I brought you, though? Do you need anything? I could drop by the pharmacy for you.
Do you not hear the meds working right now?
Yeah, no need to fuss. A good night's sleep is all I need. I've been busy the whole day. I guess I should have listened to you and taken it easy. But we have exams to prepare for. It's one or the other, you know?
International entry colors is the best option, right?
I knew it! Here I thought you were just upset about something. Even Ash looked a little bit worried about you.
It's fine. Let's just head home. I'll make it up to you next time. Call me out to lunch or wherever. Just... not right now.
Wait, so call me out to lunch and Isabella ended up paying? God, you're such a bitch! What's you thinking, Muffin? You just so explain his costume, alright?
Okay, but should you be driving? If you want, I can call a taxi for us. You'll hate paying the extra fees, but you'll be able to get some rest on the way home.
No, don't call a cab. I can manage driving at least. Just get in the car so we can be on our way.
I opened the door and climbed into the seat before she could protest. Having no other choice, she follows inside shortly, albeit with a bit of reluctance. The guilt from this will eat at me later, but for now, these little falsehoods are mine to bear and hide under. For now, this is the better choice. Better than pretending she doesn't exist or giving her vague answers. No. Maybe better than harsh words and outright lashing out at her. I can find a little comfort in that. Thankfully, if there's anything left to be spoken between us after, we won't have to discuss it on the way home, or rather, we can't. Because no sooner than we hit the road, Isabella dozes off. Despite my foul mood, I still end up suppressing laughter once the first sounds of her breathing fill the car.
Mama? Not your mom, Isabella.
I want to say, the quiet rhythm so completely unlike her is so far removed from every impression anyone has of her. Thank you so much, you keep your session. Thank you. Rich guys will look inside of you. Shop and drive. Yeah, you buy me live, right? Few faint whimpers will occasionally cover her, but otherwise it's just us, the silence, and it's so utterly unexpected. Still a welcome break, of course. Peace and quiet is one thing you'll barely get with her around. God, what is wrong with this bitch? It's nowhere near comforting. It's merely lends the air this strange clarity. Every little sound, every single movement more palpable, and with it comes the unease. A show that surprises me. It's almost comical if this were a different situation. In my haste, I accidentally dislodged my mobile from the seat on the dashboard when I swipe on the screen. Soon I'm scrambling blindly for it with my other hand while keeping a steady eye on the road ahead. A voice crackles. Oh god. He does kind of such a snake, dude, right? He starts kicking her legs like a cheating. Oh my god. Voice crackles so loudly before I can put it back. Although muffled heavily by the surface, I recognize the person on the other line from her chipper tone alone. Oh thank god, she can talk.
Oh, you're still awake. Evening. I hope I didn't disturb you or anything. I know it's a bit late. Sorry about that. I just want to check on you and Isabella. That girl's still not answering her mobile. Were you able to meet up with her?
Yes.
Yes!
She's with me. We're on our way home.
Hello? What was that again? I can't hear you properly.
Sorry. Let me just fix this dumb phone.
Well, that's short-lived. Hands off set for a moment. I spared the device a brief glance, waiting. Seconds pass. Nothing happens though. Frankly, I'm not sure what I'm expecting, but the lines in my mouth forms into a frown regardless.
Miss Cooper?
Yes, still here.
Did you say something?
Just that I didn't get the last part. What were you saying again?
No, I thought you... Never mind. Must be the signal acting up. Come again?
What?
Is everything all right over there?
Certainly. Is something wrong?
Hey, no, Miss Cooper, right?
Okay, you seem to be busy. If this is a good time, I can just call you back some,
I have to make a conscious effort not to panic right now. Right then and there, although my tight hold on the steering wheel tells a different story altogether.
Miss Cooper! Rose? Hey, Rose! Are you still there?
Oh yeah, brace of static answers me in. Maybe this lapse is entirely because of exhaustion. It has been a long day and I haven't fully recovered from last week's bout of flu, contrary to what I've been telling people. Though perhaps had I paid closer attention to it, had I not been so occupied with other thoughts, I probably would have noticed earlier. Hi Kara, how you doing tonight? That never came from my phone, but from somewhere right behind me. Jesus Christ. You know, she sounds more normal this time around. Time slows to a crawl. Looking up is a mistake. Yeah, look on the fucking road. First thing I see is his face, a ghastly shade, every inch battered, bruised, and bloodied. Even the darkness and the world passing by in a blur of lights outside, I can still make out the wounds. Blood still oozes from it, little trails of crimson running down his face, glistening under the little light there is. But it is the gleam in its eyes that catches mine. The quiet plea, the anguish, the desperation in them. More than its hideous features and the awful stench of gore now soaking the air. They're killing the fire! We're uber we are! Right? Truly an moment. What the? Sorry, one sec. There's something was caught in my toes. I have no idea what this is. The heck? Sorry. What the heck is this? Okay, what the fuck? What the fuck? It gets around Andy, right? Even as his lips contort into a horrific smile, okay, even as a sharp hoarse noise pierces the air and the signs around us.
Rebecca! Huh? Car! Eyes on the road!
Against everything I've been taught, and I constantly remind myself, I close my eyes. It's a brief moment, a short vivid second of muscle memory, an instinct completely taking over. And if I didn't allow it, if my hands didn't move, and my feet didn't hit the brakes in that exact second, I might have... Isabella and I might have... No. I shake the notion away before I lose myself in it. Right now, it's an ugly line of thought I refuse to venture into. Now when breathing is a struggle and every ounce of strength has been totally drained from my body. Most definitely not while Isabella's panicked voice beside me still rings in my ear. We're alive. We're safe. That's all that matters. But it's not her face that I look for when I finally open my eyes. All gone. There's a strange little tiny marks and creases on the covers to show me where it sat not a second ago. But whatever it is, it left not a single trace. And though courage is a hard thing to gather at this point, I take what little of it remains in me and turn towards the back seat. Even then, there's none. Why is everyone so, unbelieving of this shit? As much as it lines up with what Isabella says when they see this shit. It's a mystery toe set, right? I have no idea. It's like a little piece of plastic that got lodged between my toes. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? What even is this shit? I genuinely have no idea what this is. I feel like it's probably like a package or something. Okay, that's going to trash. I don't fucking know. Was there something in there in the first place? How empty it is and I'm beginning to doubt it. The stupid flu again.
I need a long rest after this.
My hands fallen uselessly to my side, not from how taut my grip on the wheel has gone, yet still trembling from the unexpected rush of adrenaline. Based on this clear rational thought and right? Because my ears, my heart still pounds in a erratic rhythm, my breathing hasn't slowed down. I don't know what more proof they need from Bella. Right? Like, she said she saw something, this lady and shit. They're starting to see it now. It's like, why would they not just be like, hey, Isabella, like, is it Goldman as well as Friday the Shares? No, fucking right! Surely they're just not saying it, believing it from each other. Oh, it's frustrating, right? That has already righted itself without waiting for me. And little by little, second after second, as I sit there motionless, color begins to seep back around me. Along with it are the sounds in the voice, no longer the indistinct ringing was
Becca, are you okay? Answer me, will you? You're scaring me. You know what? I think we should just call a taxi since...
Can you keep it down?
She ain't harsh and completely unintentional, but with heat prickling at the back of my eyes and the mild throbbing at my temple, it can honestly do with a little silencer now.
Keep it down? We almost crashed, Becca.
I know what happened. It was a lapse. I'm sorry.
A lapse? You call that a lapse? Becca, I really don't want to end up a mangled mess on the side of the road, or a mangled mess anywhere. All I'm asking, if the time ever comes, which I hope isn't right now, is a peaceful death. Give that one to me at least. Not that I'm asking for it, but please.
Isabella. Belle, you're overreacting.
I don't think she is. You guys literally almost died. Give me a glitchy bitch smile through the mirror. It's definitely no regular shit though. Fucking right. Maybe how detailed Becca herself can describe. Exactly.
If you're so worried, why don't you drive?
Do it, bitch. Can't you guys say she's overreacting? Fucking right.
You don't have a license.
You mean she's the one underacting here? Exactly.
I keep telling you to get one, didn't I? For the past 5 years.
Licenses are annoying to get. She offered to get you a cab. Exactly. It's such a stressful moment, right? Now I'm fucking stressed.
Do you see why now?
Yes!
I wasn't really expecting to stay here this long. I thought it'd just be for a year or two.
I'd walk, honestly, though. Now you definitely want to walk. Can't breathe the shit. Oh, it's a peasant mood comes over her. The spell looks away then. Well, what's left of my little lecture never crosses the tip of my tongue. I don't allow it to. Because in each of those words she let loose earlier is a small truth. Her stay has always been meant to be something fleeting. Earn some good money, go home. It's what she tell herself during her first year here. Now, half a decade later, I'm not sure if she still believes that. Even I'm not sure if I still believe it. And if there's something in her reasons that has changed along the way, even if I already have a hunch, something I'll never bother to ask. Those are hers to keep. Oh, I mean, unless you're good friends, I feel like it might be good to share. But clearly you guys are good fucking friends, apparently. Becca sucks, dude, right?
I'll be careful this time, I promise.
Just be careful all the time, bitch.
Just please, can we give this whole thing a rest for now?
She nods, and that's the end of it. We spend the rest of the trip back to solemn silence. Right? Fucking... And thoughts of an overactive imagination playing tricks on a flu-addled mind, and of smiles never meant for my eyes abandoned, if only for a brief moment. Are they friends? How are they friends? I can't believe they are friends, honestly. It begins innocently enough. Tuesday morning arrives like any other day before, bright and clear, even though it comes with an extra helping of unusual October weather. Appreciate being able to catch a glimpse of the clear skies lately. Like, how did they never mention the dude, fucking right? I got the about sickness last week. It does something to lift the mood of what would otherwise be a dreary morning. I'm a little curious. I want to see if there's anything there fucking sharing now. Sorry for this. So they grew up in West Spring, went to school. Her parents are professors, European history and Southeast Asian history, although they are often busy. Life was rather to be independently honest, sounded like books, and so with a love for learning. Despite people was often called a teacher's pet for it, her passion for academics, seeing a career in the industry was to be expected of her. She came out for a show in high school years and started becoming the spitfire she is now. Before then, Ashton was her only friend, though she found him aggravating. First independent, used to take care of others. It was no surprise that— okay, so even her fucking profile has like nothing for her. Like, look at all this shit that we have for everyone else. They're just fucking— what the fuck? These are too— exactly! Wait, Rebecca is just not mentioning spice, so she doesn't have to admit— fucking right, actually, though. The kite should be— I got eating tonight! I got the best thing to see, do something a little— okay, right. And despite being mostly a creature of habit, I wound up waking earlier than usual because of it. So, no earlier than Isabella appears. I've assumed she'll take a day off or two because of what happened to Miss Cooper, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I saw the morning news just from her unit. When I walked past on the way to my mailbox, she was already on the side. She's already dressed and ready to go. I just waiting for the next bus to arrive. Why don't you ask if she's okay? Not the news, right? I've tried following her example before, but I don't think I'll be repeating that.
Really? How can anyone be up
money.
before the sun is up?
It's a habit she got from me, she said. It's a habit she got from home, she said, instilled in her by the kind of life she grew up in. Like clockwork, it's always at 4 a.m. Oh my god. Either to help with the chores or prepare her little siblings for school. Surprisingly, the first time, she just didn't look like someone who could. In the end, I simply passed it off as one of the many things anyone will have to get used to around her. I feel bad because I'm like going to bed at 4 a.m. Right, 4 a.m. Not that I'll ever fully understand. God, what time do you think she goes to bed then? Like maybe like 8 o'clock? I'm my parents' only child. We aren't well off, but so far I've lived a relatively easy life. I didn't have to think about bills or food for the next day, or paying for any siblings' tuition on top of my own, or supporting a sick father's medication. All I had to worry about were my grades, if I gave mom and dad's approval, or what we'd be having for dinner. When put next to hers, they all pale in comparison. Look less like problems and more like petty issues this way.
Petty issues?
But as unimportant as it all sounds, sometimes this ugly head rears at the most inappropriate moments. Sometimes they come through your mailbox in the form of a fancy-looking letter, pretty ribbons and all. Whoever sent this has spent silly money on the envelope alone. Verging on ridiculous really. I cannot reimagine Isabella wrinkling her nose when she sees this. Then she'll complain about unnecessary expenses and rich people problems. I'm almost afraid to touch it myself. As if simply brushing a hand against this crisp surface will be enough to put a crease on it, and it'll be a terrible slight to the sender. But as extravagant as I find this, it isn't really the first time I receive one. Most of the time, it's not even for me, so who am I to complain? Either way, no look of surprise crosses my face as I flip the envelope over to see my parents' name written in neat script.
Nothing new then.
Wait, so why is this for her parents? Does she live with her parents? A years in the academy naturally brought with it very— oh right, they're in fucking I think it's Scotland right now, I think. Oh yeah, makes a lot more sense to you now. No, that's weird. Sunny is a thing, absolutely. Sometimes I've been going to bed sooner, if that makes you feel better. And I actually wake up before 1, so it's been good. The wedding invitation? I think it's the invitation for the housewarming, which I mean, I guess wedding or housewarming for rich people is probably equally as extravagant as the other. Here's an academy naturally brought with other various connections, people from other fields, art, science, business, politics, you name it. This one though gives off a much personal vibe. Letters like this usually come from old students, people who've grown fond of my parents and they in turn treat like children of their own. I've only met a few of them. Most of them moved on to become successful in their chosen careers, and little letters like this are their way of expressing gratitude. It's one thing Mom and Dad are proud of, rightfully so, and I'm happy for them. But there are times I wish they'll remember they have a daughter here. A real one. Not that it's of any importance now. Not like they didn't raise me well and provided for me. They did. Wouldn't be where I am now if it weren't for their hard work. And like a dutiful child, I do everything I can to give back. Even if it's as small as a thing as letting them know they got another meal waiting for them. Phone rings for a good minute before someone answers Mom. Her voice as warm as I remember.
Hi, Mum. How's the conference going?
Well enough. Until your dad sprained his ankle.
Oh no, is it bad?
Regular time, what? That's what's awesome about being a right grown-up!
I'm alright. In case anyone in this family cares to listen, I'm alright. Very much alive, darling.
And there you have it. He'll be up and walking in a few weeks, don't worry. We're going to have to extend our stay here until it heals, though.
Yes, good night, y'all. Good night, Mom. Thank you so much for your help.
Is something the matter?
Nothing big. Just that this mail arrived for you this morning.
A lie. Thankfully, she doesn't notice. Although, if I'm going to be honest, a small part of me yearns for her to do so and ask me about it, but I put down the idea almost as soon as it surfaces. I shouldn't make them fret. They're busy.
What does it say?
Raise your glasses, give cheers to the good times, blah, blah.
Becca manners. That isn't how I taught you to read.
Oh. Okay, a little shit, okay.
Sorry. You are cordially... it's an invitation, Mum, for a housewarming party.
Damn, right? A little straight.
From, Hana?
It rings a bell, though at the moment I can't recall when or where I've heard it recently. Must be nothing to the point if I didn't bother committing it to memory. There are a lot of Hanas in the world, so who knows?
Hana.
Has her fucking last name on it!
She also wrote you a note, Mum. It says you used to be her private tutor at the Evans mansion, and that she misses you and would love to see you two again.
Here's my heart clench to read another openly say those words to them, the same ones I want to tell them. Okay, a little pity, I guess. I want to see you too. It's been years since we've been together as family, and if there's one thing that hasn't changed from my childhood, it's that Mom and Dad are still busy with their respective careers. Out of the country, away on some meeting or symposium, sometimes for months on end. I know I grew more frequent with the years until I'm old enough to live on my own. I like to think that's how I've become independent at such an early age. They've always praised me for that. At times, I wish they didn't.
Evans? Oh, I remember now. Honey, it's Hana. Hana Evans. Remember? Bright girl, 2 years older than Becca?
Didn't she get married a few years ago? 7 now, I think.
Yeah, it makes as many as my type of society, absolutely.
They grow up so fast, these kids.
This is a little bit why she's so pissy with other girls being challenged. She had to grow up, but I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, she invited us to that too. Fonte de Medici. But we missed that one because you had to present your paper in Singapore.
Damn.
We did send her a note after. Still a shame we couldn't attend, though. What is it about this time?
She sent another invite for a housewarming party.
Oh, jealousy, absolutely.
Becca, when is it?
This Friday, Mum.
Oh, that's too bad. We'd love to be there, but Da's not in a condition to go walking around. I guess we'd have to decline again. I really miss that girl.
Aww.
I could go in your place.
Let it slip without thinking. Personally, I've never been fond of gatherings, regardless of how simple people make it seem. But if there's one thing I hate hearing, that disappointed note in Mom's voice always rings first. Whether it's directed at me or some other thing, doesn't matter.
Are you sure? Don't you have work this Friday?
The event will be in the evening, Mum. It shouldn't take anything away from my schedule. It's all right. The invite's for 2 people. I can bring someone with me so things don't get boring.
I see. Maybe you can also invite Ashton?
Oh, the party!
Mum, that's a sure no from him. He hates attending parties. But I'll see what I can do. If not, I can always bring Isabella with me. You know her. She won't say no if there's food involved.
She'll say no to a dumb bitch, though.
Okay, if it's not going to be a big problem for you, I don't see why not. We owe you this one, darling.
No problem, Mum. I'll even say hi to Hana for you.
Please do. And let her know we'd love to see her once we're back in the city. Leave her our number or something.
Oof.
I will.
But you know, the two of you would have become really good friends. Don't you remember? You met with her once. If my memory serves me right, you were 12 then?
Oh, damn right. This, too, I can't recall. It's probably one of those meetings where we only talked a bit before going our ways. Elsie's about to hate even harder, so I can feel it, right? If she did leave an impression, I'm pretty sure I would have written about it somewhere, or at least recognized her name. As it is, the only few people I remember clearly from that time in my life is Ashton and Mandy. To some extent. I must have sensed my confusion before because she
Don't push
laughed.
yourself too hard, darling.
I think I skipped something. Oh no, I didn't. Okay.
Really? It felt like having two daughters back then. Sometimes I wish they didn't send her away to boarding school. But, well, you know how often that goes with them.
Oh.
Still, try talking to her while you're there.
Oh, we'll see. I'll let you know what happens after.
I'm looking forward to it, darling. Take care of yourself.
Will do. You too, Mum. Bye. Tell Dar to be careful next time.
She chuckles then, a hearty one, tender and always light on my ears. She may be a stern teacher, but this is the part of her I love the most. The sound of it still echoes even as our call comes to an abrupt end, bringing you with a memory from so many years ago, when life and responsibilities that accompany adulthood are things far from our minds. If given the chance, I'd love to go back to those. I don't dwell on it though, shaking it all away almost as soon as the memory forms a clear picture in my head. I've always wondered how Isabella can easily pretend everything's normal over a phone call and bounce back at her usual self immediately after. I've seen her do it plenty of times. For me, it just drains whatever energy I have. And with a whole day of teaching still ahead of me, I can't afford to look exhausted in front of my students. Even for a wee bit, it's never a good example to set. So with another sigh, I put everything at the back of my mind and shed back to my room. The rest of my day awaits. God, do we still have to play as this bitch? Okay, I think we will stop. I think we will stop here because I very badly have to pee. And we are about at the 3.5 hour mark. So, we are going to call here, and tomorrow I'm going to try to do a special extra Saturday stream where I get, actually no, it's technically still tomorrow. I'll make an announcement about if I really want to check out that game we got. So we'll try to do tomorrow. I think it's sometime like a little earlier than usual, maybe in the afternoon. Pee time, yes, too. Get to go fucking pee. But we will be back to that time for like fucking right. It's okay. I'm preparing for the next pee. I'm stocking up. But we are going to call it here for tonight. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. So we will be back, I guess, tomorrow. Okay. Thanks so Shemai. Thank you so much for being here, Sergeant. Thank you. Thank you for seeing Brown. Thank you, Shemai. I was a little late, but so fantastic. Oh, no worries. Thank you so much for hanging out, Super Brown. Thank you. But I can't keep at the end. No, they're gone. It's okay. We'll be back tomorrow. We won't be playing this tomorrow, but we'll be back on Monday to try to finish this up. Actually, it's probably gonna take us like maybe 2 more streams. But we'll be back on Monday if you're hoping for more of the letter. But we will be here tomorrow checking out Turn Nights. So hopefully you can catch us on one of those days. I hope your day has been going well. Yes, I see my so we won't be back anymore. Fucking right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, Shans, always had absolute blast. God, see you with the P. Thank you. Godspeed. Godspeed. Thank you so much for hanging out. Get to sleep well. Appreciate my thanks all. Yes, see you. Good night. Thank you so much, man. Have a good rest of your day. Sleep well. And thank you guys so much. So we'll be back tomorrow. So until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the night. Sleep well, eat the vegetables, and I will see you all next